You need to vibrate higher so you can capture the opening of the portal that connects this Earth of 3D to one Earth of 4D or 5D. Going to the 5D.
We're testing balls, good to go.
Oh my god,
Okay.
it worked the
Yeah,
first
we're
time.
good.
Holy fuck.
Yep, I'm actually prepared for once. Hello, my name is Phoenix.
And I'm Kara.
And we are
Talking
in
in
two
two
dimensions.
dimensions.
Yay. Yeah, how are you doing, Kara?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. So I think we need to get right into this. We have a bit of a stacked, loaded episode. And to start off, around the time we're recording this, awards season wrapped up. You know, pretty much all of Q1 was inundated with awards shows. Most notably, like in the middle of March was the Oscars, and a bunch of movies won awards, got recognized. Some didn't. You know, I really wish, you know, like everyone does, you know, the Academy would finally recognize that Park Chan-wook is a fucking genius and no other choice would get nominated for Best Picture, but you know, fuck all of us. But yeah, no. First thing I want to address is my Dwayne Johnson for Best Actor prediction was like way off. Like, did not even fucking close. Holy shit. But you know, good for Michael B. Jordan. He was great in Sinners, so.
Absolutely. I'm happy for him. I really enjoyed Sinners. That was a good movie.
Yeah, really good movie. But a certain film won Best Picture, and it's a certain film we need to maybe readdress because you've said some things about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That kind of contradict the last conversation we had. So we need to maybe revisit a little film called Oba, One Battle After Another, directed by now Oscar-winning director Paul Thomas Anderson. Paul Thomas Anderson finally won Best Director, and it was for this film. One Battle After Another, as I mentioned, won Best Picture at the Oscars. So on the episode we initially discussed this film, you gave it an 8, but do you maybe want to retract that score?
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because every other movie I've been like, oh, I understand the perspective, and I've actually gotten a better appreciation for it. But the longer this has gone on, the more this movie pisses me the fuck off.
Okay.
I hate this stupid fucking movie.
Okay. So, okay.
You're just holding your hand up like, hold on.
No. Okay. So let's start off. Let's get a new score on the record. What do you give One Battle After Another?
Oh, fucking 3.
Jesus fuck. Okay. Okay, so why?
Like,
explain it.
I think it's competently shot enough, but it really is just a bunch of Hollywood activist wanking for like a solid 3 hours. It's just like domestic terrorist propaganda. The main characters are just fucking annoying. I think the only actual character I liked in the film was like the sergeant who was
Colonel Lockjaw.
Colonel Lockjaw.
Sean Penn.
Yeah, actually, he did a really good job. I'll give him that because he was really entertaining, and that character was really well acted, and it was like one of those villains that you love to hate. And some of the shit that he would say or do actually genuinely did make me chuckle. But holy fuck, everything else is just like I hated that long ass scene where our main character is trying to like hide from like the police or the government or something like that, and he's like asking for help with his buddy, and there's like this droning piano music that just doesn't fucking stop, and it just like it made me want to tear my eardrums out. But it's just like it's sort of, I hate those movies with that like sort of pompous, like, oh my gosh, I'm so profound, like demeanor, I suppose. There's just some, I can't stand it. I think it's pretentious. I think it's annoying, preachy, and I think it was very kind of in poor taste to send out a movie about a bunch of domestic terrorists after a man gets shot in the throat. But that's also just me, I suppose.
Okay, that's interesting. So I want, let's first start off by saying anything I've said about the movie still stands. 10 out of 10. It's one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best movies. So I have to wonder, Kara, does a movie's political stance really affect the quality of the movie? Like, are there movies you love with politics you disagree with?
Oh, I'd have to think about that.
Because,
Because, like, the thing is that if I'm to be honest, politically, it takes a lot for me to get, like, pissed off. Like, there's not a lot of things that I am like, eh. Or, well, there's not a lot of things that aggravate the shit out of me when it comes to political stuff. I can give it or take it or whatever. But there's just something about this one where I was like, oh man, this is just fucking irritating. But also I just found that, I suppose if I were to put the politics aside, I felt that it droned on. Again, that scene with the piano music was just so grating, and just, I suppose the characters are just really unlikable.
Okay, so we've talked about, the characters and their arcs in the previous discussion we had, and we've talked about its pacing and whatnot in that previous discussion. You can go listen to that episode. But it's so, like, I don't necessarily fully agree with the politics of this movie. To some extent, some of the obvious statements it makes I kind of agree with, but still, I don't think, to me, agreeing with the film's politics affects how I view a film, because I can point to a number of films on that shelf. I'm pointing at my Dark Knight box set right there. The Dark Knight is a top 5 movie for me. That film is a glowing endorsement of the Patriot Act and government surveillance. Like, it's a fucking under the skin, brilliant sci-fi film. Like, that's all about, that's a whole allegory of, like, about, prostitution and sex work. Films can have politics and make arguments for things that I disagree with. Like, I have a DVD copy of The Birth of a Nation.
Oh, Jesus.
That is a formative piece of filmmaking, one of the most important films ever made. Also one of the most bigoted, racist pieces of shit I have ever watched. 6 out of 10 film. It's very important for filmmaking history. But, like, I can acknowledge my disagreement with a film's politics, but as long as you are able to make a good movie, tell a good story, like, even argue the point well enough, like, I won't mind. So One Battle After Another kind of falls into that, because like I said, it's one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best movies, and I may not necessarily agree with the politics he is going on about, but I still fully acknowledge it. I think the Best Picture win was well deserved. Maybe it would have been cooler if Sinners won Best Picture because, it's a big blockbuster horror movie, and,
Yeah, horror movies kind of get shafted when it comes to. I mean, I'm happy for Sinners winning all these other awards, so that's like a step in the right direction, but it feels like even at gaming awards and stuff like that, like you almost never see a horror on like Game of the Year or anything like that. It's like they're always put to something else completely. Usually you only see it in like art direction or sound design, which is fair, actually. That's incredibly fair, because that's an important aspect of horror gaming. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent. I suppose it's like, I think that's something that's I suppose could keep in the back of my mind for other movies. I think it's just there's some things where I draw a line in a sense, because it's like I'm not one of those people where it's like I don't want to hear your politics because I know I'm going to disagree with them, or I disagree with you, which is like, no, I'm willing to have those sort of discussions. But it's like when you are shining a good light on these characters that are doing some really like heinous terroristic things, it's like it doesn't, I find it like hard to, I just find it distasteful, I suppose.
Okay. I mean, like, I think I mentioned this in our previous discussion of One Battle After Another, but I think the film doesn't necessarily...
No, because they are a bunch of bums.
Yeah, they're a bunch of bums, and the film acknowledges that in many regards. But I sort of can see where you're coming from. You've mentioned this before, that, watching movies where the main character is, detestable, like, it can be exhausting for you. So I can...
Yeah, I think yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I can get that.
No, there's some things where it's like I find that there's a limit to what I can deal with in terms of stuff that, again, like I find distasteful or just not okay. So I don't know. I think this is just one of those instances where I just struggle to, like, yes, it's competently shot and so on, and the acting is like pretty stellar. Like, for sure, especially Sean Penn, like his characters. He's a bastard. He's one of those characters where it's like, yeah, no, I love to hate this guy, and some of the shit he says is like so fucking absurd. But there are some like straight up racists out there that are probably actually thinking these things. But no, it's just like otherwise, I'm like, this is just such a grating, exhausting film because I'm watching a bunch of bums do a bunch of awful things, and I don't know, like, I think this is just like my stopping point, because again, I don't usually get so pissed off with like political stuff, but this one I'm like, no, I can't do it, I'm sorry, like I just can't. This seems so like wrong right now. Like, this just doesn't seem like a good thing to be putting out there right now. And
okay, that was interesting. I enjoyed hearing that perspective, and I look forward to hearing those sorts of perspectives again when we talk about movies, because
I think this is a good opportunity for us to explore other political films. Like, I'd be willing to try some other stuff. I will, because I will happily one day recommend Birth of a Nation. Yeah, because it's just like, I want to see that kind of like time capsule as well, because it's just no, I suppose it's just the one thing that I've learned to try and do with the podcast is to put that kind of stuff aside. But man, this one is just like one battle after another's been like hitting a brick wall. I'm just like, I can't fucking do it. Because there's like Marty Supreme. I was like, this fucking movie pisses me off. But then you started talking about it and I'm like, you know what? I get it.
Okay.
I get it. You know what? Actually, I get it. And your opinions and your perspectives on it have actually given me a new sort of focus on the film. And I'm like, you know what? I'd probably watch it again with that in mind. Because the first run through, I'm just like, oh my God, you're such a fucking asshole. No, this was such an easy thing. How could you fuck this up? But it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was good. So that's our sort of revisit of one battle after another. But aside from the Oscars, something else happened during awards season.
Oh, yes, actually.
And this was related to a film that came out in England in 2025. It's getting a North American release this year.
Oh, good.
And
actually, yeah.
Full transparency, it's not getting a North American release till April. By the time this episode comes out, it'll be out. But when we're recording this, it's not coming out till April. So I maybe had to sail the high seas to watch this.
Oh, I thought you could rent it on
No.
YouTube. Or is it area restricted?
It's area restricted.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since, we actually still have a pretty good relationship with England and they send us their media all the time, but they don't want to send us that one?
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
No, and the film we are, of course, talking about is I Swear, directed by Kirk Jones. Kirk Jones is the director of I Swear, and this film tells the life story of one John Davidson, a Tourette syndrome advocate and activist. So I'm going to be straight up. The film itself is fine. The film is carried hard by its lead performance and its subject matter.
Gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Robert Aramayo, who won the BAFTA for Best Actor for this film, fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal performance. And it handles this man's life story and it handles this man's condition in a way that successfully imparts its, emotional weight and seriousness, but also balances tone really well because, you can't help but chuckle at some of the things this man blurts out randomly.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is when they're in court and I think like his representative or his lawyer's like, yeah, he's a black man and he says, yeah, he said some slurs to me I didn't actually know existed until we spoke, but he can't control it, so I don't get offended. And I thought that line was just so good. He's just like, no, I learned some things from this kid, but like it's not his fault.
Yeah, no, and it's a beautiful sort of story. Like I said, the direction isn't the selling point. Like
it's pretty flat. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. No. The shot composition, the editing was like very standard. Like the lighting was just flat and not really interesting at all. Like I thought the music throughout the film was, pretty standard for a drama of this type. The soundtrack wasn't, as much as I like Blue Monday, like I love that song.
Oh yeah, that's a good fucking song.
Yeah, but you probably could have picked a more interesting song for that montage.
Yeah,
and
I was wondering why the hell that song was there. I'm like, yeah, this is a good song. I love this song. I get it. This takes place in like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, no, that's just one of those. It felt like it was put there because, this takes place in the 80s.
Poke, jab.
Like,
it's the 80s, everyone. Look, it's the 80s. Remember Blue Monday? You like these guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, remember New Order? Like, and this, the film ends on an Oasis song, and I don't mind Oasis, but it was kind of a corny note to end on.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so either way, I didn't mind the film. Like, it was fine. Like, great lead performance, very important story, 6 out of 10 film. But the discourse around this film and the controversy surrounding it, and the subject of the film, that is what we're going to talk about. So, yeah, at the BAFTAs, John Davidson was there at the BAFTAs, and
yeah, he was there to cheer on the film.
Yeah.
That was about his
Of
story,
course.
right? Yeah,
Yes,
that makes
no.
sense.
And of course, the moment during the awards show we're going to talk about is when Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan were presenting. John Davidson had one of his tics, and he blurted out the gamer word.
The Xbox Live.
Yeah, he said a very,
Voice
very
chat.
bad word. And
Oh man, I laugh, but it's not because I'm making fun of him. It's just because it's so. I'm laughing out of discomfort because
Yeah.
I can't. It's like it's one of those things where I can feel it crawling under my skin because it's like I can absolutely wholeheartedly imagine the level of embarrassment that would come from that.
yeah, and John Davidson himself, after the end, like, he had to leave. Like, he left. Like, he hightailed it.
And I mean, like, good on like the two men receiving their award and stuff.
Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan just powered through that.
Yeah, they did, and good on them because like I mean, even in the film they say like when these things happen, you just gotta like power through and not draw too much attention to it.
Yeah.
Because like the embarrassment is like. The constant embarrassment is just takes such a toll on your mental health. But I think the craziest part of all this is that it proved that some individuals, like it just showed where like people with disabilities are on the hierarchy.
Yeah. Yeah, because even though John Davidson apologized for it and he said, I'm mortified that came out. Like, I would never say that about anyone.
Yes,
but,
absolutely.
I can't control this.
No, he has a it's a neurological disorder,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Tourette's syndrome, affects your nervous system. Like, you're physically twitching, you'll blurt out things.
Yeah, and he has, like, unfortunately, I think it's one of the rarest kinds where, like, you shout out profanity, because usually it's
that's a rare form of it. Like, only, like, a small percentage of people with Tourette's have that.
Yeah.
And even though, he can't control it and he apologized for it, that didn't matter because everyone just dogpiled on this man.
And it's just insane. So it's the same people who always are preaching about empathy and understanding people's conditions, but it's like once they hit this sort of like it's like a trolley situation, where
once it conflicts with the current political paradigm that you have to follow, like
it's like they short circuit,
throwing out the window.
No,
so there's a content creator I follow. His Instagram handle is I'm 6'7", and he himself has Tourette's syndrome.
Oh, okay.
And he mentions that, editing his videos is primarily him cutting out all his physical tics from speaking. And then, like, the minute this happened, he defended John Davidson. He himself is black, but he defended him because he has Tourette's and he knows that he can't control that.
It wasn't done out of like prejudice.
No, it was
whatsoever. it's insane how I can't remember this journalist's name, but she's like notorious, but she's like, oh, well, he should have controlled himself. It's like, that's the point, sweetheart.
Yeah,
that's why it's a disability. He can't control it.
No, as much as medical science has advanced in terms of managing the condition, like that's one of the final scenes in the film.
Oh, the library scene is actually
where John
really good.
Gets this, wrist device that sort of neurologically calms him down and keeps the tics at bay. Like, it won't fully cure it. Like, it'll still happen, but it'll be more under control. But when this black content creator with Tourette's defends John Davidson because, he knows that, this can't be controlled, he got dogpiled for it.
Oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous.
Like
you would think that would end the argument, because it's just no, I'm a black man with Tourette's. I understand where he's coming from. Like, you would think that would end the conversation, because these people are so obsessed with the validation of these particular groups. You would think that one of them being like, I am not offended, would end the conversation, but it doesn't. It's insane.
Yeah, no, and I think Delroy Lindo, I think recently talked about it, and he just sort of moved on from it. He said, I maintained, a level of professionalism through it. I just powered through it. I think Michael B. Jordan joined the dogpiling because,
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
Boo. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, no.
If he legitimately joined the dogpiling, fuck him. Honestly. This man didn't say it because he hates you. He has a neurological disorder.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think my favorite line in the entire movie was just imagine you're trying to hold in 1,000 sneezes at once. What happens after a little while? And the kid in the back goes, oh, you explode. It's like, yes, exactly. It's like you can try to hold it back, but eventually something's going to make it through. You can try to keep it in, but eventually something's going to come out.
For sure. Yeah. So, yeah. Is there anything else we want to touch on, or have we covered?
Oh no, I think I agree. I think it's more of a 6.5 to a 7 for me.
Okay.
Because I agree. The direction's pretty flat, but no, I think it's a very raw story that handles the subject matter really well, and I'm very excited for it to come over here so more people can see it. Because that's kind of most of the battle, is getting people to understand the condition, so people can live normal lives, and the film touches on that too. And I mean, by the end of the film, I was tearing up a little bit, because it's just no, this is so good, this is awesome. See, these are strong individuals that are, despite everything that they've been through, are trying to make things better for other people, because there's so many unfortunate stories where people are just dragged down to the point where they do successfully end their lives, or I could go on and on, but I won't. But it's just so good that this man eventually found the support he needed, and he became such an incredible advocate.
Yeah, for sure. This as someone with a disability himself, it's great to see someone like him in the world doing what he does. And
not in a pretentious way or anything, in an actual empathetic, productive way, in an understanding way. But no, that's about it. I thought it was really good. I think other people should definitely see it.
Yeah, good film. That's our sort of coverage of awards season done.
Yes.
Let's move on to some other things, specifically a certain video game that we both played. Kara is very fucking excited for this, because she has been bombarding me with, updates and
dear
memes.
God,
like,
she's got the Resident Evil-tism.
Yeah,
Fuck.
no, this girl went fucking
hog wild.
Fucking goblin mode with this goddamn game. That game, of course, is Resident Evil 9 Requiem, developed by Capcom, released this year. This game is a first and third person survival horror game, and in this game we play as both Grace Ashcroft and Leon S. Kennedy. And in this game, Grace, being an FBI agent, she is sent to investigate a crime scene, but is kidnapped by the evil Victor Gideon, and is now up to, Leon and Grace to escape and or stop Victor Gideon from doing whatever evil deeds he is up to. And I'm going to let Kara just get this all out now. Kara, tell us about Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh, Jesus. When, there's too many people trying to go through a door at once and they get stuck? That's happening in, my brain. I feel like the point I want to, I suppose start with is that, to me, this is such an incredible game because it's a culmination of everything that the Resident Evil devs have learned over the period of the remakes and new games that they've made. Because I think they do something that a lot of AAA companies are really missing out on, and that is collecting user feedback. Because this is that perfect game that balances everything that they've learned from the first person, horror side of things, and the third person over the shoulder action stuff. Mm-hmm. It is that perfect, we've made it, we perfected the horror, we perfected the action, and you get both of that through this game, and it's so good.
You've taken the words right out of my mouth. Resident Evil 9 somehow blends the straight horror of Resident Evil 7 with the action of Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
And it does so in a way that isn't jarring or...
No, it's...
every set piece, every level flows seamlessly from the other. It's really...
Except for one.
Okay.
But no, we'll get to that. But no, otherwise it's just it's incredible. You would think that switching between action and horror would be just too much, almost taking on too much, but it works so good because even the action sequence, there were some points that spooked the shit out of me, mm-hmm. right? Because even in the action, there's still some horror elements, and I think they really nailed it down. Because the Leon segments act as a break. They give you a moment to breathe after the shit that you have to deal with Grace, especially in those sequences with the girl. Because it's just oh, okay, I get to breathe. I get to shoot these motherfuckers. This is so good. And then you get infinite ammo and you get to run through it again and get revenge on everything.
Yeah, I think all the Grace sections embody everything I love about the game. The Grace sections are incredible in terms of building tension and getting you really, really scared of the creatures and imparting a level of stakes that really hasn't been felt in the series since Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, because I'd say between 7 and 2, because 3 wasn't really all that scary. Village was only scary for 30 minutes with that fucking fetus monster.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the game is just whatever, right? It's still kind of just spooky action horror. But yeah, it's between 7 and 2 for sure. Because 2 still scares the fucking pants off of me though, with some of that stuff. But I'd say 7 is the scariest the series is been still. I'd say Requiem is spooky, but 7 is still mm-hmm. holy shit, spooky.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And a lot of what makes the Grace sections in Resident Evil 9 scary is the sound design and the writing. Not to mention, the gameplay, because, when you play as Grace, enemies will,
they will fuck you up.
They will fuck you up. Thank you. And Grace isn't, designed for combat. She's designed for hiding from things.
And then, like, I think...
Like, even if, the big monsters can be easily cheesed and don't have, complex patterns.
Your best friend is the dude with the IV pole.
Yeah, no, because...
The IV pole zombie is so good.
Yeah, because he'll just tank one of the monsters and kill it in one hit.
Yeah, and one of the bigger ones, too.
Yeah.
Like, he takes it out in, like, a single hit. It's wild.
Yeah, but generally, Grace, your best bet is to just run from enemies as Grace. And part of that is, part of what's scary about Grace is having to hear this girl, like her fucking short, broken breaths. Like,
yeah, she's panicked.
Like, she is a ball of anxiety. Like, she clearly has a severe anxiety disorder.
Oh, absolutely. Like, even in social situations with her boss and stuff like
Yeah.
that, she stammers a lot. So even in comfortable situations, she is a very anxious girl for sure.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you know the backstory, it kind of makes a bit of sense.
Yeah, no.
poor Grace. Holy fuck. What was it? What was the... I did have something else. Oh, yes. I think... given how many games there are in the series and all the things that we've been with, it's almost sort of important that we switch through these perspectives, because it reminds us, after being like these superheroes essentially, or like these super trained like agents, that these zombies are still a real threat to like everyday people. Mm-hmm. Like, they are still like, they tank a lot of bullets, they can get up, or some of them are just like super mutants that regenerate even. So for people like Grace, these things are fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
But then for someone who's trained like Leon, and that's a perspective that we get really used to throughout the games, is it's just like, he can take them out in a heartbeat. But yeah, I think that's the other cool part about the game, is it reminds us that these things are dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you bring up perspective a ton, and I should have mentioned this earlier, but the game switches, or at least you can choose to have it switch from first to third person.
Oh, and please play it that way.
Yes, no,
please
Capcom,
play it in the recommended way that Capcom has set it up.
And that I'm thankful I did, because playing in first person as Grace, it
scares the socks out for you.
Yeah,
Holy
exactly.
shit.
It imparts stakes, and it imparts the scale of these zombies, because Grace is this
tiny 90-pound soaking
buck
wet
20 waif that is clearly not as big or as trained as these zombies. Like, truly, her supervisor is the villain of this game, because he sent a fucking desk jockey with a severe anxiety disorder and tons of trauma to a crime scene without backup.
Oh, a crime scene that is actually where her mother died.
Yeah. Yeah, like, great job. Great job handling your crew, buddy.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could just go on forever. To be honest, I think one of these times we should just do an episode dedicated to like the Resident Evil series, because like I feel like out of all the different horror series, like Resident Evil has always been my favorite, because 1 second you can like relax a little bit at how cheesy the dialogue is, and then the next second you're like shitting your pants because you're being chased by like the stalker enemy for the game.
Yeah, no, I would happily devote an entire episode of two to Resident Evil 4 and 7. I love those games.
Yeah, no, I think, to be honest, after Requiem, this has made me, like, want to go back and play the other titles. Like, I'm going to be going through 2 and 3 and 4 and whatnot. So that'll be a fun discussion. And also to just sort of talk about the evolution of, like, survival horror, because this series, like, is actually celebrating its 30th anniversary, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Oh man, holy shit, it's only a year older than I am. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm as old as Resident Evil.
Holy shit. No, and it's crazy to say that Resident Evil has, like, been... It shouldn't have been in my childhood. It really fucking shouldn't have. But there I was, watching my stepdad play, like, the original Resident Evil 2 and watching him play 4 and just being absolutely enamored by these games. And then we played Umbrella Chronicles together, which was the rail shooter for the Wii. That was awesome. But Nemesis kept me up at night. I'm all right. Holy fuck.
There's so much great stuff about Resident Evil 9. The sound design is great, like, especially in the Grace sections when you're having to listen to this girl breathe and hearing all these monsters.
It makes you anxious.
Yeah, you're just on edge, and then once you hit the Leon sections, like, you're going in third person and you're just mowing through enemies.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, no, as like, they're fun, like, but on some level, I feel like the Leon sections were, like, a little undercooked, because for, like, the first 2 acts, they just feel like
they're just moving the plot along.
Yeah, they just
that's
feel
a complaint that I had as well.
They feel like isolated set pieces, and, like, they're not, like, fully fleshed out gameplay bits until, like, the last act when you get to Raccoon City.
Which, I mean, like, I feel like it balances out a little bit, because at the beginning of the game, Grace's sections are fucking huge, but near the end of the game, her sections are shorter.
Yeah.
And then Leon's sections at the beginning of the game are short, and then his get longer at the end of the game.
Yeah, no, you get access to an upgrade system, and you can upgrade all the weapons Leon has. Like, it fleshes out into something that resembles something like Resident Evil 4. And I'm not gonna lie, you know, the first 2 acts of this story are strong. I really like them. The third act kind of gets retarded. Like,
it gets so retarded. I just, like, I think I understand what they're trying to get at, and we're of course going to get into spoiler territory.
Yeah,
but, like,
no.
So it turns out that Grace is just an ordinary girl. She's got nothing to do with this. The only connection that she has is the fact that Spencer, or Oswald, felt some regret for what he did. So he decided to adopt just a regular girl and bring her up for as long as he could. And then he passed on the guardianship to Alyssa Ashcroft, who is a character from a previous title. But yeah, she's just a normal girl, and Zeno and Victor just make up all these connections because they are so obsessed with Spencer, either because they want... So Zeno's motivation is he wants this research for the connections, and then Victor is just obsessed with Spencer.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like, Elpis essentially is a antiviral that can shut down, like, the T-virus and whatnot, and Victor, like, goes, this'll throw the world into anarchy. I'm like, how? I think the idea is that he's so obsessed with, like, his master that he can't see logic anymore. Like, he's assuming that, he's so intelligent, of course he would want us to do it like this or do it like that. And it's like, no, motherfucker. He felt bad. He made a cure, but because he's such a fucking boomer, he put it under a password.
Yeah.
And said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And, like, there's actually a choice to be made at the end of the game.
Yeah, you can release Elpis or you can destroy it, and if you destroy it, that's like the bad ending. And then if
I chose to release it.
Yeah, so releasing it is the good ending.
Yeah, no, like, I don't know I don't know what happens during the bad ending, so like
Leon dies,
okay.
The factory falls apart, and then Grace just kind of like walks out and there's no final boss fight.
Okay. So it just cuts the final boss. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
What else was there? Emily not being dead was fucking stupid. I didn't hit her vitals. What the fuck? How can you tell what's vital on a giant leech-looking monster? Like, you know what? A part of me is like, oh, I kind of wish that they didn't bring her back because that would be more impactful. But I understand why, because now Grace is like a mother figure, right? And it's like, oh, that's kind of cute. But it's like, that was fucking stupid. I didn't hit her vitals. She could be fine. We could save her. What's the other thing that was fucking retarded?
I thought the entire motorbike chase sequence was not only fucking stupid from a set piece perspective, but a gameplay design perspective.
What the fuck?
Because while you're riding, I think there's a section while you're riding the motorbike where like there are things blocking your way and there are gas canisters in front of it. Like it's the most obvious, shoot the thing to win the game. Like,
and it's
just
like,
so contrived.
guys, for the love of God, you revolutionized gaming by getting rid of the yellow paint, and then you use the yellow paint, but they're red canisters.
Yeah.
No, it's silly. It's so silly. But at least Leon gets to ride on a motorcycle, kill some dogs, and not kill civilians.
Yeah.
For anyone who has seen Vendetta, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
That is a great movie. Great movie.
We should dedicate an episode to watching the Resident Evil films because they are fucking stupid.
I'd be happy to rewatch those pieces of shit with you.
And I would honestly then we would. You know what? We should even like play 6 together. It is actually a really fun co-op experience.
I know.
It's just
fun.
such a like. If you play it by yourself, it fucking sucks. The plot is like, even for Resident Evil, the plot is uber retarded. But as a co-op experience, it's so much fucking fun.
I played the Leon campaign by myself for Resident Evil 6. That's all I've played of it.
That seems. He didn't play Chris boulder punching Redfield.
No.
And how he gets the. Oh, you know what?
No, we should play Resident Evil 6 together.
Holy God, shit. Yeah. It's like they're having an anniversary sale right now, so if you don't have it on PC, then that's...
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. But...
Yeah, we should organize that. Holy shit. But, yeah, like, the last act of Resident Evil 9 kind of gets 6-tier retarded. But,
it's
still fun. Like, I liked the final boss with Victor Gideon, being able to parry a rocket with a hand axe.
That's fucking stupid. Yeah. It's awesome. Oh, the things you can parry with that fucking hand axe. Yeah. One of them being a car. You can parry the cars in like his first section.
Yeah, and I think you do fight, Mr. X at one point.
Oh my God.
That's a fun boss fight.
Yeah, that's pretty
fucking
good.
X gonna give it to you. All that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I feel like I love the section in like the RPD, because it's just like if you played the second game, all the little references just really add to it. It's just like, oh, that's the corpse of the zombie he found with the broken jaw, or oh, that's the zombie that was banging on the vending machine. And
I will say that section of the game does handle Leon's character in terms of writing kind of well.
Oh, it does,
does acknowledge, like, Leon's been through some shit.
He
is not quite recovered from that, if at all.
No, he's not a sweet little Boy Scout anymore. No. Like in the first game. Like the change between 2 and 9 is just staggering. Like this, like it's. Haha, Leon's so funny with his quips, but it's like, nah, the poor man is also old and traumatized and sad.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sort of, a lot of people have pointed out that the quips are devs and writers have almost changed it to be like a coping mechanism, and you can really see that in 4, because it's not like I'm just really funny. It's just like if I don't laugh at this, I'm gonna blow my brains out.
Yeah. Also, is it worth mentioning the discourse about Leon's marriage?
Oh my god, no. Okay, so I feel like the best way to summarize it is that if you believe it's Ada, that's retarded, and if you believe it's Claire, I understand, but also they have no chemistry and it's just a funny meme. Like,
yeah.
like, oh man, it feels like it's one of those things where I look at that conflict and I'm just like, he's not gonna fuck you. Like, it's like, why? Just relax. Let the man have a wife to go home to.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't.
That's
I tend to ignore
Yeah.
fandom shit like that. But okay, cool. He's married. Good for him.
Good for him. It's like
Moving
one of
on.
those things that it's just like it doesn't actually matter that much, because
Yeah.
it's just like if you've played any of the games, you know that like Ada is such a terrible choice. For
Yeah.
one, and it's just funny. The memes about him and Ada are absolutely hilarious. Like
Yeah.
him ignoring everyone else because he's in love with some Chinese Asian
Yeah.
spy.
Yeah.
I think the only other thing I want to... Oh, man. I sort of... Most of the sections are fine with me, actually. The motorcycle thing makes me laugh, and it's stupid, and I love jumping off of the building. But I feel like this game suffers from one thing that every other Resident Evil game suffers from, and that is the one section you don't want to fucking play because it's such a slog, so it hurts the replayability, and that for me is the orphanage.
Yeah.
I hate playing as that kid. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Especially the section where you have to like open up the latch, like the door.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so annoying because one of them crashes through the glass and on top of the door, and one of them is behind you. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to lure these guys away from the door and open it up?
Yeah.
The only way I've been able to do it is cheesing it. So by going around the girl that lands on the door and then just spamming F until she opens the door and then jumping in. Like just ignoring them. Like, nope, da 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 da. Open up. All right, down we go. And oh man, otherwise like that section fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It is so slow, and there are sections that are not considered a cinematic, so you can't skip them. So when you're under the bed, can't skip it. When you're watching them fall from the ceiling, can't skip it. Like, it's... Fuck, that section just sucks ass. And this... Yeah, no, that's the one part I wasn't excited for through all of my runs, which, by the way, the only thing I have yet to do is the Insanity run, which I am totally ready for. But yeah, I speed ran it. I did my original run. I did a run where I finished as many achievements as I could without worrying about the time. I did one where I just ran through like a stupid maniac. And then now I just have to do the Insanity run, which I'm sure will be great. Thank you, speedrunners. Thank you to the speedrunning community for teaching me so many fucking tricks. It's unbelievable.
Also, I just want to... before we wrap it up, just also mention that the acting in this game is quite good.
Oh, it is pretty good, yeah.
The fucking Angela Santalbano is fucking great as Grace Ashcroft.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, no.
Her screams are so visceral.
This girl, like, this girl is just tweaking. Like, that. Like, she is...
Me too, boo, me too.
Clearly she is so into this, anxiety-riddled character. Like, it makes those sections really scary. I think Nick Apostolides might have given the best performance as Leon in this game. Like, it's close to being as good as the original Resident Evil 4 or even the 2 remake. Like, it's so good. Like, he's really good as this character.
No, he's doing such an awesome job, and it's been so neat watching his evolution, because, like, his acting over the games has gotten substantially better.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, yeah, he's really cute in 2, and then, like, 4, it's like, oh, wow, holy shit. And then, like, 9, it's like, God damn. It's just, I find it so funny how he voices Leon, but he looks more like Chris. Someone pointed that out once, and I got a good chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the chick who did the sound effects for the girl, who literally put herself in a closet with a microphone. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's great. Like, power to her for going all out, because holy shit, the sounds that the girl makes are just like peak. They but also fuck the girl so much.
Yeah.
I mean, the basement sequence always fucking gets me. Like that sequence, I'm like, all right, I gotta mentally prepare for this part. This part fucks me up so bad.
Yeah. Also, Anthony Byrne, Victor Gideon, fun villain. He was hamming it up so hard.
I love how like smooth his voice is. Like, it's really nice to listen to.
Yeah, no, he's very just
strangely comforting.
Normally, he speaks in a very normal, casual manner, and it's very confident and assured. Like, he's probably like one of the best Resident Evil villains ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'd mention Zeno or whatever the fuck, but he's not. He was just there for like the last act, and
you're just an imitation.
Yeah, no, and he's just there to get his head lopped off. Yeah, no, but yeah, Resident Evil 9. I think this is the best game since 7. I'd have to replay these games to see, but it might. I don't want to say what I'm about to say, but I just want to throw it out there in case this becomes my opinion. It might also be the best game since the original 4. Like,
no, it's like, I would actually, like, if that was your genuine, like,
best since 7 is my honest current opinion.
I wouldn't blame you, because it really does, again, to sort of talk about what we did at the beginning, it feels like a culmination of everything that they've learned ever since they started using the RE engine, which does not stand for Resident Evil. It is Reach for the Moon. That pisses me off to no end. That's stupid, but anyways, the RE engine, ever since that they've tried to like revamp the series, except for 3, it's been pretty uphill consistently. I'd say the only like sore spot is 3. 3 is just like...
The 3 remake was a victim of being made by a different team and being made on a time crunch.
Yeah, because they cut so much stuff out, man. It's such a fucking shame, because 3 is so good.
Yeah. Yeah, if 3 had everything from the original and then some, I'd probably like it more than the 2 remake.
But it feels like a speed run of the story.
Yeah, but otherwise, Resident Evil has been generally cooking. Like 3 and 8 are not amazing, but otherwise, banger games all around. Even the 4 remake, which was wholly unnecessary, was good.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. You know what, I'll keep it to a minimum, but it's just like, I find it so crazy how, despite the fact that it's completely unnecessary, they actually pulled off a really competent product that is like a new experience. And good on them, honestly, because it's like, I would have, honestly, if they're like, I want you to remake the best game in our entire series, I would have been so fucking intimidated. I would have been like, nope, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, no, like, you don't do that in general with pieces of media and works of art that have aged like fine wine.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, I feel like they just like did it to sort of show the game in the new engine. Like, for example, they have confirmed that they're going to remake 1, which, I mean, play the GameCube edition if you haven't. Like, the GameCube remake is fucking essential.
All the fucking Gen Alpha Zoomer babies will enjoy that 1 remake.
Yeah, because it's like, if they want to do it, like, go for it, because it's like, I would love to see the Spencer Mansion in the RE engine. I would love to see these monsters in the RE engine. You know what? If you want to do it, go for it. But I feel like these are less of a replacement for them and more like, here, this is the story based off of our new canon and in our new engine. So if you haven't and you've played the newer titles, please, for the love of God, play the original 4. And of course the GameCube remake, because they are going to be redoing Resident Evil 1. They're going to be doing Code Veronica too, which is really exciting. And Zero, which are ones that absolutely 100% need to be fucking fixed. But yeah, no, and I the more that get remade, the happier I get, because like, I don't know what it is. It might be because I'm too dyslexic, but tank controls are fucking awful. Anyways, I won't get on that. We'll save that for the actual Resident Evil episode. I think we'll focus on trying to complete the games and make preparations for an episode in the future where we maybe go through the games one at a time and talk about the series. But,
we've been talking about this game for a while.
We need to we need to.
Resident Evil 9 for me, I'm giving it an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. We'll see where it lands on replay. It's currently closer to an 8 than an 8.5, but I'll replay it and we'll see where it lands.
Please, for the love of God, that drives me so nuts when people only play a Resident Evil game once. It's meant to be played multiple times. I'm begging you, get the points, get the infinite ammo. That's fine. I'm just bugging you, but no, for me, like, it's a 9.5, because I'd say there's only one huge sore spot for me, and that is the orphanage scene. Otherwise, for me, this is such a great game.
Nice.
Like, that's the only thing where I'm like, I fucking hate this. I can't stand this. Everything else, I'm like, yeah, I expect Resident Evil to be fucking retarded.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's just part of the deal. Like, you know, back in the 7 days, putting our leg back on with goop juice. Like, it's like, I expect this. But
that's our discussion of Resident Evil 9. Now it's on to movies, because this is a movie podcast. You know.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. We went from like 30 minutes to an hour, because I'm like, fuck yeah.
Remember we
watch movies.
We watch movies. Holy shit!
Bitch.
And we both saw some recent films. Our first film we're going to talk about came out this year. And this film is called Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. It is directed by one Matt Johnson and stars him and Jay McCarroll as two guys named Matt and Jay. And they're in a musical act called Nirvana, the band. And they are desperately trying to get their band booked at a bar in Toronto called the Rivoli. And in order to do so, they come up with all these like harebrained schemes. And in this film, their first harebrained scheme is literally jumping into the Rogers Center from the top of the CN Tower. But once that goes haywire, Matt decides instead to build a time machine to go back to 2008 in order to promote Nirvana, the band. But little do Matt and Jay realize Matt's time machine actually works, and they end up going back to 2008. And now they have to find a way to get back to the future without, further fucking things up. And this is just, for me, I love this movie.
Stellar, absolutely.
Yeah, Kara, what did you think of Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie?
You, the one who doesn't watch movies as often as I do. Please, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this film. I thought it was insanely funny. I thought it was just such a good feel movie, you know, where you can just lay back and watch all these shenanigans and enjoy all the jokes. And it's not crazy complex. It's stupid as hell. It knows it's stupid.
Yes, it is in terms of writing and plot structure, it's a very basic comedy in terms of that. But what Matt and Jay do with this film is take what they did with the show and apply it to, the story. So for those who don't know what Nirvana, the band, the show is, basically what they do is they go out in public and start messing with people.
And they write the show plot around it. And,
and it's in a similar vein to like, Eric Andre. Eric Andre did a similar movie to this called Bad Trip. But I think the difference between what Eric Andre does specifically with the film Bad Trip and what Matt and Jay are doing is that Eric Andre is focusing on the set piece and building a plot around the set piece, because in Bad Trip there are moments where you can clearly tell the bystanders, the normal people, they have to be in on it for legal reasons.
Oh yeah.
But in Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, Matt and Jay have written a story, like a very clear, cohesive 3-act story, but they are going out in public and letting the normal people, when they shoot, dictate some of the gags, because the entire bit with the CN Tower, it starts with them going to Canadian Tire and
buying wire cutters
and buying fucking wire cutters to cut, the safety cables when you go out on the top of the CN Tower.
And just this random fucking guy,
this one
says
employee,
the best line, one of the best lines in the entire movie.
They go up to this unsuspecting employee. This employee does not know he is in a movie.
No.
And he's like, we need to, cut through, we need to buy some wire cutters. We need to cut through some safety cables. And like he is just like, what? Like, why?
Why? What?
What? I'm a libertarian, man. Do whatever the hell you want.
But as a sane person, I don't recommend you do it.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
It's amazing. And then they go to the CN Tower, which, if you didn't know, the bits they shot at in the entrance and the security area of the CN Tower, they did not have permits to do that.
Oh my god.
So the footage you're seeing in that film is illegal. So fucking massive balls on them. And then they go up to the CN to the top, and this is what is amazing about this film, is that it has a $5 million budget, but the editing and the special effects are so good and seamless, you can't tell what is a special effect or what is them doing the stupidest shit imaginable.
Yes. Because, no one's going to actually... please tell me they didn't actually jump off the CN.
No.
No, thank God. No one was going to let them do that.
That was clear, CGI special effects stuff.
But the audio during that is fucking funny. The camera cutting out. And...
the camera mic just peaks so hard. It just cuts out and cuts back in. It's so charring.
I love the audience, man. This was one of my favorite theater experiences, because everyone is just giggling so fucking hard.
Yeah, no, and there's also so much great, I mentioned the editing, when they go back to 2008, a lot of the footage you see of their younger selves, that's actual raw footage from the web series.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and it's so goddamn impressive how seamless they edited in their current selves with that footage.
That's so dope. That's really cool. Good for them.
Yeah, no, and then like I said, they are letting, their surroundings dictate what they are doing. So when they're on the outside of the CN Tower and they're trying to get up with a fucking extension cable,
everyone's
and they run into this Brazilian girl on the outside, and when they come back there later in the film, she's there, and I remember you. Oh, we haven't met before. we haven't met yet. So, and it's like, it's clear.
So funny.
It's clear that she was there for the entirety of when they were shooting that section or those sections. So like they just decided to talk to her and get the bit. Or like when they're trying to watch over this power junction, one guy, Matt goes up to one guy and is like, hey, could you watch this for like a half hour? Like, and he's just like, okay, cool.
All right, fuck it.
Or like these two like French tourists that come up like, hey,
are you ours or are you?
Yeah, no, hey, I'm just trying to, get this plugged in. Like they clearly didn't know what was going on. Like it's just so
fucking Canadian.
Yeah, no, and that's another thing about this film. This film is very, very Canadian.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's so Canadian that like if you were from somewhere else you wouldn't be able to like enjoy it.
But there's like really, a ton of shit in this film like only like we would get, for those who don't know or remember, we're Canadian. Yeah, so like
yes, you can feel sorry for us. It's okay.
So like the time machine is powered by a drink called Orbits, which was discontinued in the 90s and is like, seriously, only people in Canada or maybe the UK would know what fucking Orbits is.
Yeah, that's true.
And like
way ahead of its time though. Holy shit. Hashtag bring back Orbit.
Shit.
Because like it's like a soda and it has these little like juice balls in them. Like it's like boba. It's like if this had come out like 30 years later, it would be like the fucking hottest new drink. But it just came out too soon and people were weirded out by it. But
yeah, no, like these two revel in their setting, which is, Toronto.
Oh, absolutely, yep.
Like holy shit, I was not expecting like a Jan Gameshi name drop in the year of our Lord 2026. Like holy shit. But yeah, you mentioned like one of your favorite bits in this film was when Matt goes into a movie theater to watch a movie
and he figures out it's 2008 because they're laughing at the F word.
Yeah, no, he was watching The Hangover, and it got to the bit of paging Dr. F slur, and like Matt is just like, oh shit. Everyone's laughing. And he's just like,
that is such a fun and smart way.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I love it too because it's not like the joke is like over explained or anything. It just lets you sit and realize, oh fuck, that's why it's 2008.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Like and like I mentioned earlier, this is a fairly simple like comedy plot, but there's also a surprising emotional core to it because
there is.
It's all about, Matt and Jay having to remind each other that, they're best friends and like nothing is more important than that because during the course of this, Matt and Jay, they go through, the second act split up and like they both go back. Matt decides, okay, if you want to be successful without me, let's see if you can be successful without me. And he alters time. So when they go back, Matt discovers that Jay McCarroll has become like a fucking world famous pop star. Like one of my favorite bits was this cutaway to fucking Anthony Fantano reviewing Jay McCarroll's record as a classic review.
Yeah,
like,
that was good.
Shit.
That was good.
Holy shit.
Oh, I think I'm trying to remember what it was that I was thinking of because we were talking about. Oh yes, it was around the same scene. I love all of the controversial figures that are still on like billboards and in the newspaper and shit, like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Like whoa.
Yeah, no, like
yeah, that was. But
yeah, but eventually, Jay sort of realizes after shooting someone in the head.
Oh, that
was such a.
You guys didn't tell me there's a toy gun in here.
Yeah,
bang.
It's a gold fucking 50 cal Desert Eagle.
Just splatters the poor guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, and one of my favorite like editing gags in the film is these flashback sequences. Like they're in black and white and they're slowed down because it's like Matt and Jay clearly know those sections are like totally redundant because we just saw what happened, like maybe
but they
barely.
add a little bit of something
They add a little bit of
recontextualize it.
Yeah, no, so it's like they're smart in how they represent it, and they're self-aware enough to know that like these sections are redundant, so they make an entire shit post out of it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and oh my god, it film ends on the first scene
where they're planning to jump the CN
but
tower, yeah.
It turns out Jay, I should say, with everything he's known, he suggests, maybe we should wait a bit in case it rains.
Oh no, actually they said, why don't we go a little bit early in case they close the dome because of the weather, because it was the Rogers Center?
The Rogers Center.
Yeah, because it has like the Sky Dome.
It was once known as the Toronto Sky Dome.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's true. I hate it when they change the name of places to shittier names, like, Toronto Sky Dome. That's cool. Rogers Center.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's like our local place.
We live in a city where the arena was once known as the K-Rock Center.
Yeah, that's
based
fucking cool.
Based on our local radio station, K-Rock 105.7. But then it got changed to the Leon Center, which is like fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine, but now it's the Slush Puppy place, which is stupid.
And
we're stuck with that for 10 fucking years.
I forgot it's 10 fucking years that we're stuck. Because it's like, it's not even catchy because I keep wanting to call it the Slush Puppy Palace.
Yeah.
Because that's got a ring to it. But
actually.
Slush Puppy Place is like...
Yeah, no.
It's still stupid because...
I went and saw Queens of the Stone Age there, and the lead singer, Josh Homme, just kept ragging on the name of this fucking arena.
Are you guys fucking retarded?
Yeah. What's up, you slush puppy motherfuckers?
Slush puppy motherfuckers. That's so good.
Yeah, no, but anyways, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is just, I also want to mention the music in the film, which was composed by Jay McCarroll.
Yeah.
And he is quite the talented musician. Like, the original score is his nice little piano music.
Yeah. And
his, like, hit pop song that we hear, like, a bit of is, like, good. Like, it's good pop music.
Yeah.
But it also...
It's supposed to be, like, super generic on
purpose.
No.
Like,
it reminds me of, like, generic, like, sold-out Coldplay.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. And this film also has like a great licensed soundtrack, lot of alt rock bangers. Like Matt and Jay clearly are like millennials, and like they clearly have that taste in music. So good on them, like good stuff. This film also breaks the fourth wall a couple times in very clever ways in terms of writing. Like the first one is like, okay, so like we can't go outside because it's 2008, and like we're not pretending like it's 2008, like it's actually 2008, so we can't go out with these fancy cameras.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we gotta get... I think the other one that I loved so much was they were singing the theme to Back to the Future, it's just like, yeah, you guys in the theater, you enjoy this because this is the last time you're ever gonna see this movie.
And
then
like,
it plays like
they were trying
the actual theme for the shortest amount of time possible.
They were like trying to get around the copyright of using the Back to the Future theme, so they're trying to like recompose it, and then Matt just turns to the camera and is like, this film is going to be a copyright fucking nightmare.
Yes.
Like, everyone in the theater, enjoy this. Like, it's so good. It's like Matt and Jay, I think this is the best thing Matt Johnson has done. Like, and for those who don't know, if you liked this movie, Matt and Jay did like 2 seasons plus a web series of this. So like there is plenty more Nirvana the band, the show, for you to watch. Like, this movie is fucking great. It's very rare we see like a fun comedy in this day and age,
That
let
just
alone
makes you feel good. Like, it's not one of those like
Yeah.
ironic, like depressing comedies. It's like genuinely, it's just a bunch of silly little guys like
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah, like it's on top of that, you rarely see comedies like this well directed,
Yeah.
this well made, like with
Oh, because
such.
it's a comedy. We don't
Yeah,
need to do that.
Yeah, no, it's very clear Matt Johnson is just a talented filmmaker. Like he has such vision, like, and he's willing to, you know, use whatever resources he has to execute that vision, even if it is, you know, illegal for him to do that. Like, holy shit, like, good on him. Like, the set design for like when he's trying to go up to the very top of the CN Tower, like, I don't know if they actually were given permission to like shoot inside the CN Tower for those sections, or if that was just an immaculately well constructed set. I hope it's the latter.
Yeah.
But like either way, it's just so fucking cool what Matt Johnson did with a relatively modest in terms of filmmaking budget. This film
especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Like, this film is like unique, it's funny, it's great, and if you can find a way to see it in theaters, go see it in theaters.
Oh, it's such a good theater experience.
Yeah,
so good.
And if you can't catch it in theaters, find a way to see it on demand. Give these guys like so much love, so much support, so much money. Matt Johnson is great. God bless Canada. 9.5 out of 10.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, it's actually no, it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, fuck
It's
yeah.
so good.
Fuck yeah.
Like, because it's just like I have so little to say like bad about it. Like, it made me laugh. It's full of heart, you know. It's well shot, it's well acted.
Yeah.
It's like everything comes together so nice. Like, and I love it when like I can actually be proud of a piece of media that my country has made.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like, yeah, this is a really funny movie and it's ours. Like, this is a Canadian film, you know. I can be really proud of this.
Fuck yeah.
Besides, like, whatever the fuck what was it? Is it Matt Smith with like Tusk and
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith? There we go. Kevin Smith. Whatever the fuck he was doing with that. Oh my god.
Yeah. Kevin Smith is a subject for another time. Either way, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is great. Go see it. But moving on to the realm of animation, there is a film coming out this year that had to fight to get a release date at all, and that is Coyote versus Acme.
Which is so exciting.
Yeah,
I
no.
am pumped
Like,
for that.
Coyote versus Acme was one of those films that Warner Brothers shelved for a tax write-off, and everyone that was involved with the movie, everyone that wanted to see the movie, got fucking pissed about it.
Yeah.
And fought to get distribution for it, and eventually someone paid like a good tidy sum of money to Warner Brothers to distribute this film, and it finally got a release date this year for like August.
Yeah.
And you can bet your ass we are going to see it and talk about it. But there is another Looney Tunes film that came out the year before that was sort of a catalyst for this. That would be The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. This film follows the two iconic Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. They're living together in this like ramshackle house in like a relatively nice neighborhood, and their roof gets fucking demolished by a alien spacecraft or a meteor, and in order to pay for the roof repairs, they have to get a job at a gum factory. But soon Daffy discovers that the aliens are trying to poison, or at least seemingly poison, the gum supply of this rollout. And so Daffy and Porky have to stop these aliens from whatever it is they're up to. And yeah, Kara, since this is animation, tell us what you thought of The Day the Earth Blew Up.
I really enjoyed it. Actually, I thought it was good. The animation is buttery smooth. Like it's like so exaggerated and like very elasticy. Like it's really well done, and it's nice to sort of like have that fun elasticy animation in Looney Tunes again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up with like the old the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show.
Yeah,
where they
we
just
all
show
did.
oh man, good
We all
shit.
did.
So good. But it's nice to see that exaggerated animation again with the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, no, I really, really liked how it modernized that style, but as well, I also appreciate it for how creatively it presented some of these scenes. Like, so the entire first sequence is this montage of a farmer raising Daffy and Porky.
And he's always painted. And only
he's
his
like
mouth
this
is in.
very, like, traditional painting. Like, he's so rigid. And, like, one of my favorite bits was at the end where this rigid painting is just hopping along.
Yeah.
And then it cuts and he's like fully animated.
It's so good.
Like,
That's the kind of
silly
silly shit I love from Looney Tunes.
That's so fucking
man.
bonkers. Like, and the rest of the film maintains that bonkers fucking tone in every respect. Like, there's like a random bit where it cuts to like a Looney Tunes sketch and it goes like 4x3 and it's a montage of Daffy and Porky.
Yeah, it feels like one of those traditional old like skits.
Yeah, no, like it's just a montage of Daffy and Porky getting fired from every possible job.
Yeah.
The film has such a fun, brisk pace to it. Like, it just moves. All the gags are like mile a minute. Like, sometimes, like, what I appreciate about this film's humor is that it knows just how long to overdo a gag.
Yeah,
Like, there is an art to like overplaying a gag to the point. Like, there's one gag where like there's multiple with the like supposedly evil alien where he's just like getting like thrown around or falling downstairs, and it goes on for just a little too long, but it's still long enough to be funny.
And I remember those jokes so much from the original like cartoons. I think my favorite was when his like mind-controlled scientist servant like crashes across the table and takes all the beakers with him, and the glass shattering goes on for like a whole minute.
Yeah,
it's so good, and I love that too. He's just like, oh, what did I tell you about interrupting my me time? It's good. Shit.
Yeah, words. It's just so fun. Like, and like similar to, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, this film, The Day the Earth Blew Up, also has a surprising emotional core to it.
Yeah, it does.
Because Daffy and Porky are like these two like lifelong, essentially just foster brothers, just living life together. But, Porky thinks Daffy just fucks everything up. And eventually, it causes this giant rift between them, which eventually by the third act, of course, they reconcile because they cry so much that it breaks, the laser barrier.
Cage that they're in,
Yeah, and
I love how things are exaggerated. Like Porky cries so much that he has salmon swimming up his tears. It's so extra, but I love it so much.
And there is also tying back to Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, this film, The Day the Earth Blew Up, also has just this one great moment where it breaks the fourth wall, where Porky realizes, Daffy is the best one for this specific task, and everyone's like, oh shit, he wants Daffy to do something, and then a fucking studio executive watching the movie is like, oh fuck, Daffy's doing it. Who fucking greenlit this? It's fucking it's so funny, yet it has such a great heart to it. The characters are all decent, have decent arcs. Like, even the romantic interest is cute.
Oh,
Petunia
absolutely.
Pig, like her
entrance is
yeah,
so
no.
good.
Like it'll start with like this slow motion shot of her being like just gorgeous, and then it just cuts and she's like all frazzled and
Yeah, because it's like, oh, that's like Porky's perspective.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, she's so beautiful, but when like she's actually like crawling her way into the diner with Frizzy, I'm like, ugh, like, it's so good.
Oh my god. The voice cast in this film is
Oh yeah,
great.
they get the voices down like really good,
no,
and like the new character, the alien, I love the voice
yeah.
acting on him, and the scientist was so good.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But also when he's like not mind controlled, he has that old like black and white era like scientist motif trope thing going on. I love how he's animated because it really harkens to that as well.
Yeah, no, like fucking Eric Bauza voices Daffy and Porky, and he apparently does a ton of the Looney Tunes stuff currently for like the shows. He does a hell of a impression of these characters. Like he nails the voice. And Petunia Pig is, you'd think in any other movie she'd just be like kind of annoying.
Oh, but she's so funny
cute and funny. Like Candy Milo is fucking great. Peter McNichol is the alien. He's great, and it's such a good plot twist with that alien, because it turns out, he was actually trying to save the Earth with his, mind control gum.
Yeah.
Because an asteroid is coming to hit the Earth, and he was trying to create a barrier for it to bounce off of, but Daffy and Porky didn't know that. So it creates an escalation of stakes in the third act that's really creatively earned.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ends on a typical kids movie note, like all the characters, survive. There's like a fake out death.
Yeah.
And, everyone gets, their happy ending, like
the insurance pause. The insurance.
Yeah, that's a great plot twist.
I love, like, I paused it so I could read it, and I love how it like covers like alien invasions, mind control, and any other like utter stupidity. It's so good.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful twist. Like, this film is, we really need to see more like this.
I would love to see more 2D animation, especially that kind of 2D animation, because it's like I feel like I love how like other countries are continuing 2D animation with like, Japan and France is, has quite a lot of stuff coming out, but then it's like at the same time, because America's kind of given up, we don't see that style anymore.
Yeah, no.
Like the Looney Tunes style much anymore.
Yeah,
and
no.
It's just so disheartening and sad because, like, man, this animation, like, is so good. It's so buttery. It's so smooth. The exaggerations are hilarious. Like, I would love to see more of this stuff.
Yeah, no. But sadly, audiences didn't agree with that because, like, on a $15 million budget, it only grossed like 15.5. So like, it didn't break even when you account for like marketing on top of that. So like,
oh god, that's
like,
so
one
rough.
can hope that maybe like streaming or like video on demand helped it break even, but like,
of course, like it's sort of sad that it didn't break even or anything, but I feel like there's still a chance with like it potentially just being a cult classic, because there's so many movies that never made back their money, but we still like they still have such an impact on our culture or whatnot.
Yeah, one can hope this gains a following in the next like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, because like if you love Looney Tunes, if you grew up on it and so on, and you like want to maybe introduce your kids to it or something like that, amazing. Go watch it. It's great. I gotta say, I also give a thumbs up to all the really fun like references to other apocalypse alien movies like Body Snatchers and The Thing, and I think there might have. There was a Space Jam reference too.
Yes, there was.
The stupid Viking helmet that he was wearing and all the armor and stuff was a reference to like a joke that in Space Jam, I believe.
Yeah, no, like the film also has like the original score is fine. I think like it's Looney Tunes music, like it fits the movie.
Yeah.
I also think the film had some like great needle drops, surprisingly. My favorite of which was during the big montage where Petunia and Porky are fighting all the gum zombies. It's set to It's the End of the World as We Know It by REM, which is like one of REM's biggest hits. It's kind of an overplayed hit. But it works so well here. It's fucking great. It's used really well in that section.
Yeah, because the animation it flows really well with the song. Like the song has moments that are like super, 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 super fast. And the animation just follows through with it. But I mean, that's always been a strong aspect of like Looney Tunes. Because I mean, like it's a lot of people forget that it's TUNE.
Yeah.
It's animation that has been inspired by some type of music, or the music is used to enhance the action in the animation. Like I remember back in the day, like you could hear the instruments build up and then be in time with a hit or an exaggeration or something like that.
Yeah, or like there was the montage of this rollout of a new flavor of gum was set to a song called Chewy Chewy by Ohio Express. It's like this corny, like 60s pop song. Like that's true Looney Tunes music.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Perfect. And then there is this montage where I think Porky was thinking back to like when Daffy and him were kids and growing up with this farmer, and it was set to a Bryan Adams song, a Bryan Adams ballad, and it was like there was a satirical element to that because it was played for laughs in terms of, again, it was this, it was playing footage we had already seen like multiple times, but it was just beating you over the head with it in a way that's funny.
Yeah.
And this corny ass Bryan Adams ballad was the perfect song for that. Like, great licensed music in this film. It's a fun film. I think you should rent it on demand. Show fucking Warner Brothers that, we would like more of this, please.
Yeah, because it's like, for anyone out there who is saying that they want to see more 2D animation in theaters again, for the love of everything, please actually go and support 2D animation when it is in theaters. Like, it drives me, like, recently there was a controversy with Hoppers because there was concept art, 2D concept art, where the movie had more of a Ghibli vibe to it, and there was this 2D, like, animated sort of test pilot where it was just the beavers and they were, like, swimming through water, and it was so beautiful. And it's like, I want that.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want another generic 3D movie. That is gorgeous. Like, the nature looked so beautiful, but we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, if there is 2D in theaters, please, for the love of everything that is holy, please go and support it, because the only reason why Hollywood just doesn't want to do it anymore is because they have it in their head that it doesn't make profit. And if you prove to them that it doesn't make profit, if you don't go, there will only be 3D in theaters. Yeah. And to be honest, besides some exceptions, I'm so bored of like 3D animation, like especially from Pixar and Disney, because it all looks the same.
I mean, Pixar, Disney, DreamWorks, like Sony, like all of them, like they just need, like with the exception of Spider-Verse, like
Spider-Verse and Puss in Boots, but even now they're milking that style to the fucking ends of the
Puss
earth.
in Boots was just them milking the Spider-Verse style, but Puss in Boots was good, so that gets a pass.
And at least it was more of a storybook, like painterly look to it. Like, it still had its own thing, but definitely it was like, Spider-Verse did the 2D, 3D shit, so we'll do it too. But at least it was like, it looked like a storybook, and it had this watercolory kind of look to it. But for the, like, holy shit, man, that's why I'm not excited, like, and I just didn't care about, like, the goat. Because it's like, we've seen this fucking animation style.
Yeah.
Like, the animals are really well animated, I can tell that, but it's like, holy fuck. Now you guys are milking this animation style to death instead of, like, coming up with something different that actually suits the movie that you're making. Because Spider-Verse's art design is very intentional. Yeah. Like, very, very intentional, and it works so, so well. But... man, I'm so done. I mean, fuck you, Hollywood.
No, go watch The Day the Earth Blew Up. Fun kids movie, fun Looney Tunes stuff. Give it money. Go see Coyote versus Acme this year. For the love of God, go see it.
Oh, please,
go see it. Day the Earth Blew Up. 7 out of 10. Good movie.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Fuck yeah. That's all our recent movies done. Now it's time for the recommendations, and this is my episode. And we will be doing what I call a director spotlight on... we're doing a director spotlight, so we're examining one director who has done both animation and live action, and we're seeing how he handles both. And my director is going to be... the one and only Gore Verbinski.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Gore Verbinski, everyone.
Fuck.
Yeah. So just a little background on this man. He was born Gregor Justin Verbinski on March 16th, 1964. Born in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. He went to LaJolle High School before he went to UCLA for film. And to go into what my recommendation is for a movie, my live action pick is his 2002 remake of The Ring. And the reason I picked this is because within Gore Verbinski's filmography, this film is kind of an oddity. It's like a left field sort of turn in terms of tone and style, because Gore Verbinski's filmography, at least in terms of feature films, is mostly lighthearted. Like, it's very based in, like, sort of irreverent comedy. And, like, we'll get into comedy when we talk about your film, but The Ring is a straight horror movie.
Yep, straight up. And
like, it's not like he hasn't done horror since The Ring, because he also did a film called A Cure for Wellness, but that was like a decade plus after he did The Ring.
Oh, geez,
so
right,
like,
yeah.
So, like, The Ring is sandwiched in between, like, two, like, irreverent, like, comedies and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no. So, like, The Ring just feels... in the 2000s, like, The Ring just sort of sticks out for this man. Because... pull up my notes. So... The Ring, as I mentioned, is an American remake, a Western remake of a 1998 Japanese film called Ringu, or in English, The Ring. Yeah. And the original Japanese film has its following, but the American version was like hot fucking shit in the 2000s.
I remember, yes. And like it was quite... it's one of those horror movies that is like, I mean, people still even remember and talk about it on occasion.
Yeah, no, like
especially when that shitty sequel came out in 2017. Holy
yeah,
fuck.
No, like this film was like such a pop culture phenomenon in the 2000s. Like, it was pretty much parodied and referenced to fucking death.
Yeah,
and has been, like, most iconically, it was parodied in Scary Movie 3, where, like, that film's plot is just a parody of The Ring and Signs mashed together. And The Ring, but to talk about The Ring, seriously, I think Gore Verbinski's remake of this film is quite good. I don't like it as much as the original film. I think the original film is a little more efficient, but I think this film has tons to be impressed about, tons to admire about. Kara, what did you think of Gore Verbinski's The Ring?
It was really nice to revisit it, actually. This was one of the first horror movies that I watched, like, when I was kind of like a young teenager, because my stepdad was really trying to get me into horror because he knew that I liked Resident Evil and all these other things, but it was like my family had sort of taught me, like, oh no, horror movies are bad, you don't want to be scared. So he's like, you know what, no, we're going to sit down, you're going to watch a horror movie and you're going to realize it's not that bad. So the first one that we watched was The Woman in Black, and then after that we watched The Ring. And The Ring is... It was so nice to revisit. I love the tension. I love the atmosphere. The acting's pretty solid. I love the story of the little girl quite a lot, and how the mystery progresses.
Yes.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, I don't feel like it's in the level of like exceptional horror, like getting into like the substance and stuff, but it's really competent, and it's like, I can understand why people remember this film. Like, it's just well done. It's just a good movie.
Absolutely. This film is, for 2000s horror, this film is just damn fucking solid.
Oh, and it's nice to watch an actual like, good ghost movie.
Yeah.
You know? Like an actual good one, not after like the whole Paranormal Activity shit.
Yeah, no, I think
ghost movies just became a fucking joke.
Well, they were kind of like films like fucking 13 Ghosts came out in like the 2000s, so like...
Oh, that's true. And that remake of that one old black and white horror movie, oh, what was it called again?
The Haunting, something like that.
I think so, because it had Mr. guy in it.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, Owen Wilson. There we go. It had him in it for some reason, but no, it was terrible.
No. So within the first scene of The Ring, like, it starts out, even from the credits, there's something distinct about it, because the DreamWorks logo is like heavily distorted and degraded. It looks like a VHS tape, and there's even like tracking issues with it. It'll cut out, and then it cuts to the exterior shot of the house, and in this house, two girls are just hanging out, and there's this slow zoom while this one girl is going on about how TV is rotting our brains, which is, if there's any humor in this film, there is some like very irreverent dialogue and like sort of cute, like dry comedy bits.
Yeah.
Like, it's that, I think, is where Gore Verbinski's, style tends to shine through, is in like some of the irreverence in this film. So like, this scene, I think, does a great job of establishing the main threat of the film, because as the camera zooms in, it eventually cuts to the other person who mentions they watched, the cursed videotape, and
the tension just starts
the
building.
tension just starts building, because there are multiple fake outs throughout this scene. So like, first, like, I think as like the music starts to get, a little more tense, and the music, which is composed by Hans Zimmer, fucking great. Like Hans Zimmer, surprisingly, is such a chameleon of a composer, because Hans Zimmer also did the music for Rango. And
that's wild.
yeah, so like two very different fucking scores. Like
Yeah.
so like we get like a fake jump scare, and then like the next fake jump scare we get is the phone ringing, which we know, 7 days, all that
Oh, yeah.
and it's like the girl picks up the phone, looks like frazzled, and hands it to her friend, and it's like she realizes it's just her mom. Like, but as they separate, the one girl who's still downstairs notices the TV keeps turning on magically. So it's like, turn it off, turn it on. And it's like the TV static is very like loud in the mix. It's very jarring. And we get a shot that Gore Verbinski does a couple times in this film where we hear a noise, the person turns around, the camera just snap turns and zooms in on whatever they're looking at. And in this case, like, she senses something sort of floating in the air, moving around, and she senses something's off. Like, there's something in the house, and she starts hearing things, and it leads her back upstairs with this like shot from the top of the stairs angled down, and it just hangs on her just walking up. Like, it builds tension so slowly and quietly, and she eventually notices like a ton of water is leaking from her room. And when she opens the door, the spooky videotape, and it just snap zooms, like everything gets fucking crazy, distorted, her face goes wonky, and we just get this clean edit then to a child drawing, and it's, our main character's kid, our main character played by Naomi Watts, who is very good in this film. For a film like this, she gives a very emotionally resonant performance. And like and as we find out, the girl that dies, the girl that gets, spooked by the ghost,
she gets got,
is this kid's cousin. And the kid, of course, because he's traumatized, is drawing like very morbid, weird shit. And the teacher has to explain to the parent, he's drawing some weird stuff. It's concerning. And Naomi Watts is like, well, his cousin just died. And it's like, he's going to react in a very strong manner. And this is just his way of processing it. But the teacher then says something. She has to ask, when did your niece die? Like a few days ago? He's been drawing that for like a week. Oh,
jeez, yeah. I feel like just the revelations in this movie, they're gut punches, man.
Yeah, we'll get into this a bit later, but what I like about The Ring, along with it being an effective horror movie, it's also a detective movie. Like,
yeah. And like this detective style movie and horror mesh together so well, because it's like there's a limited time and the tension is just building, and you're just hoping that they find more and more connections so that they can figure out what's going on, because if this is true, she's dead in a week.
Yeah, no, it has such a great sense of stakes, and we see that this kid is very, very, frazzled and like sort of vacant because of this. And like he starts asking, weird questions about, when he's going to die. And Naomi Watts has to, try and answer that as best she can. But like any parent would be kind of, taken aback by that.
And it seems like so like melodramatic, but these are the things that kids ask when they
Yeah.
go through trauma, because they don't really have an understanding of death. And then when they're introduced to it too soon, then that's when the questions start to come out. Like I've had my own personal experience like with that, you know, when they're just like, oh yeah, no, you're very, very sick. You start to sort of say very morbid shit as a kid. So damn, this poor kid.
Yeah, no. And like after that, they eventually go to like a wake for his cousin, and there's this like very sad shot of him going up to a picture of his cousin, and like he's clearly, you know, still hasn't quite, and naturally at this point he wouldn't have gotten over this stuff. It's still affecting him. And I think what aids in creating this bleak tone is the color palette of the film.
Oh, I love the color palette of this movie.
Like everything in this film is like gray or like a disgusting shade of like green or blue.
Yeah.
Like it's very like dreary.
It's like every single shot feels like it's being done in the rain almost. Yeah. Like it feels like it just Absolutely. The entire movie feels like a rainy day, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah. Like, and it was of course a very purposeful choice on Verbinski's part to do that. And like even like near the end where there's like a scene set in like a rising sun, like it's still like dark and like dreary and like muted in color.
Yeah. Like this whole movie is very desaturated. Along with those colors, it's very desaturated.
Yes, and so in this scene, like playing into the whole like we're working with a mystery and there's like a detective element to it, you know. The main character, who's named Rachel, she finds out that her niece's death was ruled as heart failure, but you know that clearly we get this
just such a quick shot of her,
this couple second long shot of her like distorted, twisted face, and like
just
what I respect about Gore Verbinski's choices in this movie is that he doesn't show what happens to the people that are killed by, you know, the ghosty, like all that much, or if at all. Like they're all just quick shots, clearly to like hide any sort of imperfection in the effect. Like it's just, you see it for a second, then it's gone, and that's adds so much to the
it leaves it to your imagination.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is she doing to these people where they're all like twisted up and their faces are just malformed and their eyes are like sunken in and black and they look terrified. Like what would leave a human being in such a state?
Yeah, no. And like, again, they're just like quick. It's a quick 2-second cut.
Yeah, it's not gratuitous at all.
Like we're just given a flash of it, and that's part of why it's so jarring, because we just see this horrifying image for like a second, and then we're just back to a normal discussion.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is where the detective stuff starts, because Rachel starts, you know, talking to the niece's friends, and they mention, you know, oh, we watched this, you know, cursed videotape while we were at this cabin. And, you know, she's like, what? Like, I gotta look into this shit. And so...
Yeah, and then it turns out that all of these kids died exactly at 10 p.m. and all the connections start coming through. Like, holy shit, this might actually be a story. Because she works for a paper, so that's kind of part of her incentive.
She's a reporter.
Is like, okay, these are some weird fucking coincidences.
We're on to something here.
Yeah.
We're cooking up a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, the kid, during this funeral sequence, her son goes into her cousin's room, and he starts seeing ghosties and whatnot. And she finds like a folder of photos, or like she finds within it a card for like a Photoshop where where the cousin was getting film developed, and she finds the photos, and she sees that her niece's face is all distorted in the photo, and then she finds out all the people who watched that tape died at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Through varying
some of
methods.
it was a car accident, one of it was a suicide.
Yeah, and so she decides to go up to the cabin and investigate this, spooky videotape. And there's this, as she's driving, there's Hans Zimmer's music. There's this janky string melody and janky piano music, like it's building like dread throughout this journey brilliantly. And like she goes to, and during this initial sequence, we get another bit of Gore Verbinski's weird sense of humor, because Naomi Watts is talking to the owner of this establishment, and he's trying to do fucking card tricks with her. Like, is this your card? No. And she's just trying to find out, hey, my niece stayed here. Like, what cabin did she stay in? And she notices, like, the movies on the shelf with a blank tape amongst the pile. So she, like, grabs it, then goes to the cabin. And during which point we see a shot, one of those fancy artsy-fartsy shots of this tree. Artsy, shartsy, fartsy, yay. I don't fucking know. I know. Like, there's this shot of a tree on a hill, and it's time-lapsed, so, like, the sun's going down or going up. I can't remember which. So she goes into the cabin, and she decides to watch what is now one of the most iconic bits of horror imagery of all time, and that's the cursed videotape. Yeah. Which is full of, like, weird shots of this woman looking in a mirror, and there's, like, bugs and, like, a well and like horse's eyes and a lighthouse. Like, it isn't like, like some fucking college student's shitty, like, art film or anything. Every image in that piece of filmmaking is purposeful. It serves the story. It's really cool. And
because as you get through these revelations, every single little scene is associated with some part of the story that we're kind of getting to learn.
Like, it's such a good detective story. Like, every scene builds on the mystery and reveals information and keeps the plot going. A fun fact about this, like the cursed videotape and whatnot, as a method of advertising the film, late at night, like on TV, the movie studio bought up some airtime, and they would air the cursed videotape without context, late at night, front to back.
That's spooky as fuck, man.
Like, no, imagine, like, it's fucking like 2000, early 2002, it's 2001. 2 a.m. It's like 2 a.m. You're smoking a fucking bong, and then that fucking cursed videotape comes on, and then it just cuts to static. Like, no context, no explanation of what that was. Like, you would be fucking losing your mind.
Oh, yeah, I love that kind of smart advertising, though, because can you imagine? Because once you see the trailer, it all clicks. Like, yo, I saw the tape. I need to go see the movie.
Yeah.
I need to know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, no. Like, it's...
Like, that's good. That's good.
That's so cool. That's... Like, movie studios need to do that more often.
Yeah, what was some other... I'm trying to think of another sort of bit of There's been some horror advertising that went too far, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, no.
Like, that's fucking scared the shit out of people. But
yeah, no, like, fucking... Blair Witch Project. Like, that had fucking
people
websites.
Thought they were actually dead.
Yeah, like, there were whole websites, like, built surrounding, like, the Blair Witch case, and, like, to advertise the movie. Like, that's cool. Do stuff like that. That's creative.
Oh, but then there's like issues like Cannibal Holocaust where it's just like, yeah, director, we're gonna fucking sue you unless you can bring these people up and prove that they're not dead.
Fuck. Yeah, no. Fun stuff. But yeah, no, she watches the videotape and we get another of those as the phone rings, like it snap zooms on that phone as it rings. She picks it up. 7 days. Click.
So fucking iconic, man. So good. So creepy.
So she then goes to a videographer, a friend of hers, but we find out that there's more to that relationship than we're given at the time. So she goes to him and is like, hey, could you watch this? Like, I found this weird videotape and like I can't make heads or tails of it. So he wants to see, but she's like, please don't watch this. Like, yeah. But like he's insisting on it because he wants to, you know, like he can't help if he doesn't know what he's watching or
you want
looking
me to help
at.
you with a tape but not watch it.
Yeah, no.
Right.
And so like he goes to like watch it and like we get this like great perspective shot of her standing on a balcony and like the camera just sort of goes from like person to person at the apartment building across the street and she's just watching them. A lot of them are watching like TV and stuff. So like clearly like this videotape watching things, like it's clearly it's a recurring thing. It's a recurring image for her. And after that, the guy's like, cool, like watch someone's shitty college art film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the conflicting perspectives because she's like, you know, this is actually unsettling and really creepy. And he's just like, this is stupid.
Yeah. No, but like he gets a phone call, but, you know, it goes to voicemail and like she, thinking she's like helping him, deletes it. But, you know, because Rachel is, you know, cooking up a story for her newspaper, she copies the tape and starts studying it, you know, going through it like frame by frame, and she eventually sees a fly in the tape, but it's like moving around and it's like hyper realistic. And
yeah, and then she like, pulls it out and it's so
and gross. So eventually, you know, she takes the tape to her friend and like he starts breaking down, you know, like this tape, like this fucking art film or whatever, like it
doesn't have a registry.
It doesn't have a registry. It like, how did this even get made? Like it defies all logic. And eventually the buddy's, you know, assistant or like friend from work or something comes by, and this is just for me, but that friend is played by Polly Perrette, who played Abby Shudo on the show NCIS for like years. Like it.
Oh yeah, that's why I recognized her. I'm like, I know that face.
Yeah, no, fuck? Like it. This, she's Polly Perrette recently like retired from acting because like NCIS pretty much just funded her retirement account.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, she did that show for like 20 fucking years, and then like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
I don't need to do this anymore.
I mean, I wouldn't. Oh God, that was so popular. I remember my family being all over it.
Oh, you don't even know. I fucking loved NCIS when I was like a teenager. Like, holy shit.
What was it? Abby
was the character that Polly Perrette played.
That's why she's super familiar, because she was my favorite.
Yeah, no, she was the goth girl that was also the forensics expert. Yeah.
Which is like perfect combination.
Yeah, no.
Perfect.
And when, you know, fucking Buddy and Rachel go to leave, we start to get the feeling that there's more to their relationship, because they get they have a very, you know, like awkward, tense exchange. Like it's clear, like, you know, they clearly dated at some point. and it didn't work out. So, but they're still like amicable for reasons we will clearly see later. But as she leaves, she looks up, she looks behind her, and she sees a ladder, which is in the videotape, and it's just leaning against a wall. So it's starting to, she's starting to see things everywhere from this tape. Mm-hmm. It's starting to infect her life. And we then cut to a mental asylum where the girl that survived the first scene in the film is like, we get like a tracking shot of her behind a curtain because she's like terrified of TV screens, so she can't look at them or else she'll flip. So she's walking around, she's just walking behind this curtain, and the orderlies have to reassure her, just a few more steps, we'll get past, the rec room soon, just keep going. Like, it's sad, like, what this...
Yeah, because she found her friend. She was the first one.
She found her friend, and, like, now she's just, like, mind broken over it, and, Rachel goes to visit her, and she gets, like, a very cryptic warning from this girl, because, like, she said something that pretty much says, like, I know you watched this. Like, you're dead. And, like, but it's, like, very, like, ominous because, like, how would she know that Rachel watched the tape? Mm-hmm. So, like, spooky.
Ooh, spooky to booky.
Yeah, and so Rachel continues her, journalism work. She starts, messing with the tape, and she finds that, the tape is working in, like, otherworldly ways. So she, like, cranks the tracking to a point where, like, a whole new image starts coming in from the side, and it's of a lighthouse. And then she also sees that fly, and it's a real fly. So she goes in, just picks it up
out of the screen.
And her nose starts bleeding because she's clearly, like, cursed, and she's clearly dying. And after doing more work, she tracks down this lighthouse, and in an image of the town this lighthouse is in, she sees the woman that is heavily featured in this cursed videotape, and her name is Anna Morgan. And she comes to the conclusion that, everything in this tape is related to this town that Anna Morgan lived in, including this lighthouse. Well, in the business, we call this foreshadowing. So we then cut to a great little fake out where Rachel comes home and, pays the babysitter a bit. And then we get one of the iconic images from this film of Rachel just vomiting up like a strand of hair, pulling it out of her throat. Like, that is a great effect. Like, it's a great piece of horror imagery.
Yep.
And, like, she starts seeing, like, her phone leaking water. She starts seeing visions of, like, the evil ghosty girl. And then we cut to the big sort of impetus for, like, the second or maybe going into the third. I can't remember. I think it's the second. No, the third act. Because the son ends up watching the videotape.
Yep, now the fucking race is on.
Now he's cursed. And, like, her reaction, Naomi Watts' performance in that scene was really, really good.
Yeah, it's quite visceral. It's just like, yep, this is definitely a woman who just fucking watched her kid.
Her son just earned himself a death sentence. Like, holy shit. So now she has to call up her friend, who, as it turns out, is the kid's father. And this is a big through line through the film thematically, is, parental issues and parenting troubled kids, because, you know, clearly this son, Rachel's son, has been through a lot, even with the death of his cousin, who he was close to. Like, there was no father in his life, and if he knew him, it was only for like a brief time. And so, like, he feels disconnected from things. And as we find out, you know, the evil ghosty girl's parents weren't exactly great to her for many reasons. And,
Yep.
you know, so the Rachel and the kid's dad go out to the town again, and it's a great, you know, cross-fading or sequence as they drive, and they're explaining the stakes, where they're at and what they have to do to stop this. And as, you know, I think either Rachel or the dad is investigating, they find out that Anna Morgan had a daughter named Samara. And then we also get the horse on the ferry. Like, she
just like, oh, hi, horsey, what's going on?
And then the horse realizes, oh, you watched the tape, fuck off. And it starts flipping out, and then it breaks out of its enclosure, and then runs right off the boat and into the fucking propellers underneath.
So, just as a quick word of advice, if you have not watched a cursed tape, also don't go up and touch a horse that you just don't know.
Yeah, no.
They're unpredictable, very large animals.
Yeah, no. Like,
they are also a prey animal, so they are not very. They're not very good with strangers.
Yeah, no, and like
be safe with horses.
Yes,
and don't watch cursed tapes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. So this horse just gets fucking mulched by a propeller, and we don't see it happen. We just see the blood come out from under the boat.
And it's just it's so
like it's understated in how it's presented.
Yeah. But I think it's really neat because this particular like scene is very heavy on the grays and blues, and then it's just like so juxtaposed on this sudden bright red coming out of the back of the boat.
Yeah, no. So Rachel then goes, as the dad is investigating himself, Rachel then goes to meet Samara Morgan's father, Anna Morgan's husband, who is played by the legendary Brian Cox, and his performance in this film, for what screen time he gets, is fucking great. He is so good. So, like, Rachel comes to his house and starts asking about, you know, all the horses that died a long time ago, but then, you know, Brian Cox susses out that, you know, that's not what you're here for. Like, why are you here? And then she brings up the cursed videotape and, you know, Samara and Anna, and it's like, you know, the dad is like, why are you dredging this up? Please leave.
Fucking reporters.
Yeah, he had a great line or something. I can't remember the specifics, but he essentially called them like fucking vultures.
Sounds like the words of a very particular YouTuber that we both watch.
Yes.
Who also calls reporters a bunch of soulless vultures.
Yeah. And so...
Understandable. Have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that meme of that guy in the car, like, understandable. Have a great day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So through Rachel and her friend's investigation, they find out, you know, Samara Morgan, Anna Morgan's child, was put in a mental ward to be studied and helped. And there are, you know, tapes of these sessions. And so the father of Rachel's kid, while he's there, he's pretending to be Brian Cox, but like, the guy working there is like, dude, I'm not stupid.
That's one of my favorite parts of the film is he's just like, motherfucker, I'm not stupid.
Like fucking Gore Verbinski's humor coming through. Like, so he finds out that the tape of Samara's sessions have already been taken out by, you know.
Now I'm mad.
Yeah, no, like, Like, turns out this is gone. Like, who took it? You
did.
Richard Morgan. So Rachel eventually goes back to Brian Cox's house, and she sees that, the tape of Samara's is like ready to be set up, and this is possibly one of the greatest jump scares ever put to film, because it's like it's so far removed from your typical jump scare. Like, there's no shitty music sting. Like, there's yeah, no, like Rachel decides to watch the tape of Samara's, study session with the psychologist, and she's watching it, and then it cuts. We see a shot of what's behind her, and there's nothing. Cut back to the tape. Cut again. Brian Cox is just standing behind her, and there's no sting to warn you about it. You just see it, and Jesus.
Yeah, no, it reminds me a little bit of that jump scare from Insidious, where they're all talking at the table and the fucking demon shows up behind him. I don't remember there being like a music sting or anything. It just kind of goes at us. It's like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, so
jump scares can be done really well, just,
Yeah, no, Gore Verbinski knows what he's doing, so...
Yeah. Yeah.
So Brian Cox finds her and just backhands the shit out of her, and he's like, why are you fucking dredging this up? My wife wasn't supposed to have a child. Leave me alone. This has been a blight on my family. So he goes into the bathroom where all this fucking electrical equipment is set up, and there's a flooding drawn bath, and he climbs himself in, and it's the most over the top, suicide by electrocution fucking ever. It's a great set piece in terms of set design and effects. It's so well constructed.
Oh yeah, because I think the idea is that he's taking all of this information with him as well, because I think everything's all hooked up, because maybe it's got some of the tapes and things like that, or some things about Samara.
Yeah,
so it's just no, I'm taking it all with me, fuck off.
Yep. And so eventually my ass is very sore at the moment, so
I fell on my ass again.
Yeah, no, so Rachel and her, the father of her child meet up again, and they find out sort of where, the Morgans were keeping Samara, and it was in a barn on their property, and they're slowly starting to piece together, what happened to Samara, which then leads them to finding out where that, artsy tree we saw was, and it was at, the cabin the friends were staying at. It was in front of them all along. So they all go back. The two of them go back to that cabin, and it's nearing the end of the week. So time's ticking, and this is the scene I mentioned earlier with that orange lighting.
Yeah.
But it's still muted and dark. It's daytime, but it's the bleakest daytime possible.
Yep.
So eventually, they're trying to figure out, where something is, and then a bunch of marbles fall on the floor, and they all sort of file into a wet spot, they break the flooring, and they find a well. And it's the well we see from the cursed videotape, and as we find out, it's the well Samara died in. And we get this giant, horror set piece where fucking bats or flies or whatever are
flies, yeah. And then the TV pushes her into the
flying around, fucking everyone up, and then the TV just falls down, slides, and just knocks the shit out of Naomi Watts and sends her into the well.
Which I get, but also that made me chuckle just a little bit.
It's a fun set piece.
Yeah, it's just oh my god.
So then, as Rachel is, in the well, she has the, trippy, ghosty flashback, and we see that Samara's mother, Anna, killed her, chucked her in that well.
Yep, and that the ring was the light
Yeah,
all along from the top of the well because she put a cover on top of it, which is so good.
Yeah, it's good imagery,
good shit,
reincorporation.
good shit.
Great stuff. And so Rachel discovers this. She finds like Samara's body and like symbolically like puts her spirit to rest, or at least we think that's what happened. And we think the story's done, like everyone's safe, and we get
the movie really does like give you a sense of relief for a little bit.
And we get this great scene where like it's actual bright lighting. It's like nice and saturated, or at least it looks that. I think it was actually like
it was just a lot brighter,
more brighter, more saturated than the rest of the film has been, because it wants to make you feel like it's a new day, like everything's hunky-dory, this curse is behind us. And so this is when we get the big final plot twist where Rachel is like, I put Samara's spirit to rest.
She never sleeps.
Like, it's done. And then the kid is like, you shouldn't have done that. She never sleeps. And like, as we find out, the curse is still there. And then that's when we get the iconic scene of the dad in his studio, and the TV comes on, turn it off, comes on, and then the well shows up. Samara crawls out of the TV.
So cool.
It's such a cool.
I love the VHS effect on her too, and the fact that like when she moves, it's like she's here, and then whoa, she's here now. All of a sudden, like,
and
it
she
stutters,
and she herself is like distorted,
like it's, and shaky,
and like it's all like she herself is like a VHS ghost. Like, it's in terms of the comparison between the American and the Japanese film, the American film like has all the fancy special effects and the art design, and like like Samara looks cool, like all distorted and like gray and rotting, like that's cool. But I always remembered liking the way they presented it in the Japanese movie. It's a more understated, like it's still a cool effect, but it's like there's less, dressing to it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, one day we'll talk about like the original film. Like, I want to rewatch it after this. So, but anyways, the entire sequence with Buddy and Samara, fucking classic. Like, it's one of those scenes that everyone remembers from the film.
I think now that I remember it, there was actually a meme recently where they had her coming out of one of those Walmart security TVs. So she's coming out and then falls straight to the fucking floor.
That's good.
So good.
That's good. So like Rachel realizes that this isn't over, so she races to her ex's studio and finds him. Like, we don't see it at first. Like, I think we see it in like a quick
after, just like
quick
the cousin.
shot later, like the cousin. So like she's like mortified, and we also see Polly Perrette coming or going, which is like I'm sure she'll have a fun time discovering that if she's coming to the apartment. Yep. So what Rachel realizes is that Samara wanted her message given to the world. Like, she wanted it passed on. So, and she realizes, oh, it's a chain letter. I have to, show this to the next person for the curse to be lifted from me. So she makes another copy of the tape, presumably to show someone.
Yeah, actually show the reason why she didn't die is because she made a copy, showed it to her ex. Yeah. So at the end of the film, she gets her son to make a copy of the movie
Yeah.
and show it to somebody else so that he doesn't get got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because like it turns out that for her, she was safe throughout this entire movie because she made a
clever.
copy. Yeah. And I think the other thing too is that I find like so cool is that this ghost is just a bitch.
Yeah.
Like she's.
And I mean,
she's
she
a
has
ghost and a bitch, but
she has a reason to be a bitch. Because
yeah, she
her
does. But
parents
it's like
killed her.
She doesn't want to be put to rest or anything. She's like, nope, I just want to continue like making people suffer.
Yeah.
Nope, you can't put me to rest. I still love that stupid quote so much.
Yeah. No. So like
careful, she's a ghost.
So Rachel decides to make a copy and spread the message, and that's where the film ends.
Good twist, man.
Yeah, good twist.
Again, those revelations are just like
it's a great
punch.
great detective story.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie and it's effective in that regard, but what I liked about it on this watch was just how much of a solid mystery and gumshoe story it was. It's cool.
No, I feel like I appreciated it more on this watch for sure. Just like all the tension and the atmosphere and so on. Like I feel like it's one of those rare instances where a sort of reimagining of a foreign movie that actually works. Like like the original still like people seem to enjoy more. I haven't seen the original. I would have to, but it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, this is good. This is actually good. Unlike Wreck, poor fucking. Yeah. Is it Wreck that's the American one or is it Quarantine?
Quarantine's the American one. Wreck is the Spanish one.
Yeah, because Wreck
is a great zombie movie.
Oh, fucking right it is.
It's a top tier found footage movie. Not being a top tier found footage movie just means you're king of the shit heap, but whatever.
That's true.
But Wreck is a good goddamn movie. Quarantine's a piece of shit, but the original Ring is a good movie, and Gore Verbinski did a really good job of translating that film to American audiences.
Yep, I agree. It's a great film.
No, and there were of course 2 sequels. The Ring 2 I kind of want to watch because the director of the Japanese film made that.
Oh.
So that might be worth my time. Rings I hear is just dog shit, so I might not.
Poopy doo-doo garbage because they put the fucking what would happen if her video was put on YouTube? Ooh. Okay, I copy the link and send it to someone else.
Yeah.
Boo fucking you. Oh no, everyone on the world has seen it now.
It's a fucking chain email like that.
Yeah.
Like that fucking concept totally isn't archaic in and of itself. Like fuck off.
Yeah. People might honestly just do it on accident. Just like, yeah, here, watch this. Oh, here, watch this. Like, it's... But also, I like the idea of her being like, everyone, like, millions of people watches her tape.
Yeah.
But then they don't forward it to anyone else. So it's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's gonna... everyone's gonna die on the exact same day in a week. And I don't know how it's...
Fuck. Yeah. So yeah, The Ring is a good movie, good horror movie, has earned its place in pop culture history. If you're a horror fan and you haven't seen it, I think you owe it at least one watch.
Yep.
Mandatory viewing, recommended, 8 out of 10. Good movie.
Yep, I agree. 8 out of 10. No changes there.
Yeah, bud. And that's The Ring. And now we move forward a little bit in Gore Verbinski's career, and we get to talk about Kara's recommendation, which is 2011's Rango.
Yes. An animated Nickelodeon film. This sort of follows the story of at first a nameless chameleon who's just sort of a pet with an identity crisis who ends up stumbling upon this town that's having a water crisis, and he starts to pretend to be their sheriff, essentially. So, it's Oh gosh, I feel like what I want to start with is how much I love how tastefully ugly this film is. I love how the character designs still have a good amount of balance to them, but holy shit, these characters are ugly. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's so perfect for this grimy, dirty, sort of like Western setting.
Yeah.
No, Rango is definitely, for that reason, I suppose, one of my, probably lower on the list, but still one of my favorite, like, 3D animated sort of films. Like, it's one of those, like, oh, yeah, I like what this does with certain things. And the character design in this film is very, very strong. Some of them are a little fucking weird looking, but others
I really liked the character design. I liked Rango
himself.
Yeah. Like, I liked his little crooked neck.
Yep.
And his buggy eyes. Like, I loved everyone else had such a unique personality to them in terms of their aesthetic. You know, there's this bird with like an arrow going through his eye.
You sure you're ready for this, soldier? You got something in your eye there. Oh, this is conjunctivitis. It's hereditary.
Oh.
It's so fucking good. No, there's a lot of good jokes in the film. Some of them fall a little flat, but there's some that are just so fucking.
Like what I love about this film is obviously the writing, because it's not only is it just a funny movie with a great heart to it and a great main character, but it's also this giant celebration of the Western genre.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, I like to do my reviews a little out of order. I apologize. But later in the film, when essentially we go through the liar revealed trope, which, by the way, this is one of the films where it actually works.
Yeah, no, it's
essential to the story. Yeah, it makes sense because he is acting the whole time.
Yes, like, it's really well presented for being like this typical, second act reveal that the main character was lying, or the main characters have the falling out. Like, it was really well presented.
And I also like how when he does come back, no one's like, oh, get the fuck out of here. They're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, no, thank you for coming back. But he crosses the road to the other side, which is sort of a part of this whole metaphor that he receives from this run over armadillo. But when he gets to the other side, he meets fucking Clint Eastwood, which is like not only funny, but so perfect, because after the armadillo's like, you see what you need to see. What did he see? An actor who plays a Western hero.
He saw the man with no name, Clint Eastwood, in terms of likeness, voiced by Timothy Olyphant, who played Seth Bullock on the show Deadwood.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's like layers upon layers of he's a legendary, iconic cowboy voiced by, a guy known for playing cowboys.
Which is so good, because it's awesome, because this whole time he's just pretending, he's acting, he's putting on this role.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not like a true identity, but then he sees what he needs to see, which is an actor who, that is him, he plays the sort of Western character. But then, he goes back and the story continues. But I that's one of my favorite parts of the film, is because it's like, as a kid, I'm just like, I have no idea who the fuck this is. And then I watch it another time and I'm like, oh yeah, now I get who that is. That's really funny. But then I watch it again recently and I'm like, oh, that he needed to see that, because it's an actor who plays this role and he needed to hear from them. And I thought that was really cool.
No, like, Rango's whole arc is he wants to be the main character of his story.
But he has an identity crisis because he doesn't know what hero he's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, like, he doesn't know who he is. Like, again, on the personal level of the character, he is having that identity crisis. He doesn't know what or who he wants to be. But on a meta level, like, he is trying to find a place where he can be the protagonist of this film, like, where he can affect, the goings on and outcome of a story.
I'd actually have friends in a community because he's just a lizard in a box.
Yeah, no, we get this, like at the beginning, we get this opening front-facing shot of Rango, putting on this production with like a broken Barbie doll,
a
fish,
a dead
roach. Yeah, no, it's like
and the tree.
And a tree. Like
I'm just gonna say you were wooden. Yep. Yep. I said it.
Yeah, and part of why this film has so much personality is its voice cast.
Oh, Johnny Depp is great.
Johnny Depp is fucking phenomenal in this film.
Oh, it's so good. Did you actually know that he did mocap for this?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he didn't get in the suit or anything like that. What they did was they had him act out some of the movements and then they based the animation off of it. So the scene where he's walking behind all the other residents and kind of copying their walk. That was, he actually did that in the studio.
Nice.
Which is fucking awesome.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, no, Johnny Depp brings so much personality. Like, he brings this script to life so beautifully. Because this script is can be mile a minute with its dialogue, and it's very verbose for a kids movie. There's a lot of
because
big
Rango
words.
as a character is he's a thespian. He likes to use the big words and things like that. It's all a part of it. But I love how the yokels are just I don't even know. I think that's one of my favorite jokes. It's just thespian. That's illegal in 7 states. So fucking...
Yeah, no.
So many good jokes.
Johnny
in this
Depp.
movie.
Ela Fisher plays Beans, who is some sort of rodent.
She is kind of like a gecko.
Oh, right. She's a lizard.
Yeah,
right,
she's a lizard. But there is a little girl who's a shrew.
No, there are rodents in this town.
Yeah.
But it's lizards that are reptiles and amphibians that are the main characters. Because it's Ela Fisher plays Beans, she's fun. She's a very cartoony sort of southern girl.
Why does she do that? Oh, that's just a natural reflex. It's just broken or something.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yeah. Because she freezes up when she gets really stressed. And then she thinks she's still talking in her head. So then she continues the conversation after she comes back.
Yeah, and that comes back as the way Rango saves himself from the Turtle Mayor's death trap, because she just freezes in panic because she swallowed a bullet. So Rango grabs her, performs the Heimlich, and gets her to fire the bullet from her mouth.
I love the fucking line though to get her to panic. He's just don't worry, but you might have swallowed Plan B, and like that.
Yeah.
Right over my head as a kid, but now just Plan B.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I had to pause it because I was laughing. I'm like, Plan B. Oh.
Fuck, I didn't catch that. That's good.
Don't panic, but you might have swallowed Plan B.
Fuck. That's good stuff. See, this is more in line with what Gore Verbinski normally does, is these irreverent, witty comedies.
Yeah.
Because he did this, I think right after one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, and it's just I find it so sad how Rango gets drowned out a little bit, because it won an award. It did win Best Animated Picture, which is crazy. But I mean, good for it, honestly.
Yeah.
I love the style. It still holds up. It's not one of those 3D movies where you watch and go, oh fuck, this is dated. It still looks pretty good.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, actually, I got a rant about. No, not rant. Rant's the wrong word. One of my favorite villain designs of all time is Rattlesnake Jake.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
Played by the great Bill Nye, and his
voice acting is so fucking good.
He's channeling so many great Western villains, both in the design of the character and in how he plays them. He's channeling Rattlesnake Jake, his little mustache.
Yeah, the pencil mustache.
He's Angel Eyes from The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah, he is.
He's fucking Lee Van Cleef.
But no, it's just so awesome. And making his rattle into the machine gun is so fucking clever.
That's cool.
Oh, man. Like, Rattlesnake Jake
he's such an intimidating villain.
Like, very intimidating.
One of my favorite moments was, like, the scene where the mayor, played by Ned Beatty, who's, like, your typical sort of yuck evil businessman.
Which is like, I'm glad the movie doesn't hide it. It doesn't treat us like we're stupid. It just goes, yeah, no, he's the villain. Like, from the whole movie, you just have to watch the main characters catch up.
He's a very tropey sort of villain, but that's sort of the point, because this is a funny sort of celebration of all these tropes.
Yeah.
But, like, during this scene where Ned Beatty this turtle is trying to get Beans to sign the deed to her property over, and she refuses, Rattlesnake Jake just grabs her and starts strangling her. And
you called me in, we're gonna do it my way until it's finished.
Yeah, no, and he's brings her over to his face and starts strangling her, and he's like, I want to watch the life from your eyes drain out. He says something to that effect, and that's like a cold fucking line for a kid's movie.
Yeah, no, a lot of his lines are really hardcore. I love when he takes some of his own venom and hands it to Rango. That's pretty cool. And how he learns that Rango's been pretending to be his brother the whole time, and he's like, "Oh, how's it going, brother? How are you doing, brother? I heard you took out them Jenkson's boys with one bullet." I love how he talks. It's just so good, because not only does he enunciate words, he also had, like, on those softer syllables, he does make that kind of, like, long snake kind of sound. Like, it's just, it's stellar, man. I feel like it's really frustrating, because it's one of those movies that have won an award, but it sort of gets drowned out by a lot of things.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those films that you would show to, like, an older kid for sure, because it gets pretty gruesome at points.
Yeah, no,
like
people die. There's death in this film.
Yeah, there's death in this film. There's some pretty pretty lowbrow jokes at points.
Yeah, no.
My favorite, of course, being where he walks up to, like, the crow character, and he's like, "Oh, you communing with the spirits or something there?" And he's like, "Oh no, I am molting. It means I am ready to mate." It's just like, oh, keep that in mind.
No, of course,
but the humor fits the theme of the movie, because
and like the score for the film, which I mentioned earlier, done by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, it's got some classic riffs and things like that.
It's a very
good shit.
It's a lighthearted, like, Western sort of score. It's like a comedic take on, like, the spaghetti Western Ennio Morricone Coney sort of score, but it's also this diegetic gag throughout the film, because there's a mariachi band of, like,
burrowing owls.
Burrowing owls. That's what they are.
Oh,
like, who narrate?
He's going to die.
Yeah, who narrate the film, and, like, they're playing the music throughout the film. They're actively playing the score of the movie, and, like, as the posse is about to ride, Rango is like, "Let's ride."
Which means we're riding now.
And then they start playing the music.
And then one of them comes out with a sparkly, like... Yeah.
Cut to the montage after that. It's so good.
I think my favorite is at the end where it's like, "And then our protagonist succeeds, who has yet to die, but he may die of a household accident, which accounts for 65% of unnatural deaths." It's so good. I like the idea that they're not even, like, those things where they're narrating, like, after the fact. It's like they just found this lizard and they're just, like, following him this whole time, like, yeah, no, he's going to die out here. But yeah, they just play music for his story, because what the fuck else are you gonna
do? This is definitely a highlight in Gore Verbinski's filmography. And
it's such a good love letter. It's really smart and well written. A lot of the jokes are pretty good. Some of them are definitely like, "Oh yeah, this is meant for kids." Like, "Oh yeah, it's a stupid little fart joke." Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, no, but
otherwise, it's really intelligent, and it makes some really good references. It has a really smart character design, and
it's a film that it's one of those kids movies that does what it's supposed to, and it has something for everyone.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it revels in its influences, it celebrates its influences and the tropes that make this genre so iconic.
Yeah.
Like, and on top of that, we have a fucking fantastic cast, fucking memorable character animation and character designs, a cool world.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I love the plot twist that this little town is like literally right next to fucking Vegas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And their water supply is like, you know, the water supply for fucking Vegas.
Yeah.
Like that's fun. That's interesting.
Yeah, because the villain is inspired by Vegas, and he wants to make his own sort of desert utopia.
Because he was alive, literally, for like, you know, Bugsy Siegel and all of them building the modern Vegas Strip. Like it's odd.
And the psychedelic scenes are crazy too. They're so good.
Like the first dream sequence, like that is wild for like, you know, a family movie.
Yeah.
And then there's one, like when Rango has the whole, you know, he's leaving and he's sad, like the backgrounds are all like faded and hazy, and like as he's approaching like traffic, that haze is creating all these really cool colors and color palettes. Like it's such a visually interesting scene. Like it.
And then it's just like when he meets like Clint Eastwood, it's so like bright.
It's
and
like
white.
bright and white. Like he's like in heaven, because like that whole sort of him walking out into traffic, much like Buzz Lightyear jumping off the railing in Toy Story, he's killing himself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he finds the will to live because he has to be the main character of his story. Like it's
just like, don't pretend.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You do it because you have to do it.
Yeah. Very, very Clint Eastwood thing to say to him.
Yeah. I love that. Like,
yeah.
Especially now after watching,
after
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
I was going to say, after having seen, you know, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, like a classic Western.
Yeah,
you know,
I can see all the
probably
tropes
puts
in
into perspective a lot of the tropes and references and pastiche that this film evokes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
no, it's such a fun watch. I remember me and James years ago when we first moved out, we're like, we got to rewatch that movie and it's so like there's like a bit of nostalgia there, because back when I was in elementary school, they do like movie nights with a projector, and they put the big like gymnastics mats down for us to lay on and things. Nice. And it was that one. It was Madagascar 2 and the SpongeBob movie.
Nice.
Those were the fucking days, man. Just laying down on the big blocks and with my little popcorn bay.
Yeah, this is a fun movie. It's like I said, it's a highlight in Gore Verbinski's filmography.
No, and it's one of those movies that really actually utilizes 3D really well, because you have these hyper grimy, detailed character designs. Also, power to Johnny Depp for doing some kind of mocap, like just kind of walking around and doing some character like stuff for Rango. That's really cool.
Really big fan of this film. I'm so glad I finally watched it.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not seeing it sooner.
Oh, absolutely.
Big fan. You should check this one out. I'm feeling an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10 on it. It's closer to an 8.5 than it is an 8.
For me, it's around a 7.5, I'd say. But still, like, yeah, it's really good. I feel like it's nice and refreshing to watch a movie that actually deserves to be animated in 3D, as opposed to, why the fuck is this 3D? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like the characters have a lot of detail, they have a lot of texture, and the texture adds to the griminess of the Western setting. But yeah, no, it was a nice rewatch. For me, like, this whole thing has been like a really nice sort of rewatch thing. Yeah. But I love how I was surprised. Like, oh fuck, you made The Ring?
Yeah, no.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, no. Like I said, Gore Verbinski, he has a varied filmography, but
good for him, though.
Generally his consistent tone is, you know, irreverent comedies. Like the movie he did after The Ring was Pirates of the Caribbean 1.
Oh, and you can, the humor in there is very...
Yeah.
Such good movies. Oh my God, I need to rewatch those movies. Well, most of them.
Pirates of the Caribbean 4 is like mid, like that didn't need to exist, but you could at least justify it existing because that story was set up in the third one.
Right.
The fifth one is bad.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. Anyways, this episode has gone on very...
So let's just jump straight into our next episode here.
Yes, recommendation. It's Kara's episode.
Yes, and for this episode we are going to be focusing on Japanese cinema.
Yeah, just general Japanese cinema. Dope. And what are we watching, Kara?
So for my pick, we are going to be watching Barefoot Gen.
Nice depressing movie.
Yes. I feel like it's about time that I grabbed some of the ye old depressing animation, but I figured we'd start light and not go straight for Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay, that's nice.
It's just like, this pile of shit is more shit than this one. It was like, no. No, I'm not saying that those are bad. I just mean like it's tonally they're very similar.
Like it's just weighs your mood down.
Yeah,
right?
No, I suppose the better way is, you're getting hit in the head. One of them is with a baseball bat and one of them is with a cinder block.
So that should be interesting. I had options, let me tell you, for my side of things. Just to quickly go over the process, I narrowed it down to 10 films.
Holy fuck.
5 directors, 2 movies each. I then narrowed it down to 5, 1 for each director. Then I cut a couple of the directors, so I narrowed it down to 3. Cut 1, narrowed it down to 2. And then I came to a conclusion yesterday or the day before, can't remember which. Either way, I finally decided on a film, and we are going to be watching a film by a man who is considered the GOAT. In Japan, that would be one Akira Kurosawa, and we will be watching his 1963, what is widely regarded as his magnum opus, High and Low.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, so if you don't want to be spoiled for these films, come prepared for our discussion of High and Low and Barefoot Gen. Did you say?
I think it's Gen, it's with a G, so Gen? Barefoot Gen, I think.
Yes, come prepared for Barefoot Gen and High and Low. These episodes come out once a month at the end of every month, unless it's a holiday. Follow us on our individual social medias, as well as follow the podcast on social media. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. And for everyone here, I'm Phoenix.
And I'm Kara.
And if you come across a weird blank videotape...
It's probably porn, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. You'll probably end up watching some college student's shitty fucking short film.
And die in 7 days.
Yeah. You'll die in 7 days because you just watched pretentious nonsense. And have a happy Gore Verbinski. See you later.